What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out.
Why'd you do it?
They wanna let the world decay.
You broke him.
Lies and fade away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Oh yeah, I got a few
Listen up now,
guitars.
beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the Dow. We've been
Oh yeah, I got a few guitars.
fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away.
You told us to.
Burn away. We feel it.
Uh-oh, somebody running a high torque.
We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. What's up, guys? What's happening? What's up? Sorry. I'm here. I'm actually a little bit earlier than normal. I mean, it's like 10 minutes early, but still, it's better than nothing, right? Right?
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Binda land. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Ooh, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Will Bert. This is Cold Beer Confessional. And Bug Dude sent this in. Bert's gone downhill.
Oh yeah, I got a few guitars.
Looking rough, ain't he? Damn, Bert. Putting on some pounds.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
Ooh. Hit you in the soul.
Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I say?
Let's play a game, chat. You guys know, obviously this isn't Bert, this is a joke. But you guys know how big Bert is, right? You've seen him, right? You've seen Bert. You know how big he is. Guess his weight.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds.
This guy kind of looks like Bert if Bert ate Bert. I would like to know how tall he is.
No friend I know who's about to say hello. Would I still see?
Okay, in all seriousness, Bert does have a new single. Here he is. You can guess his weight while you look at him. I'd like to know his height, because if he's 6 foot tall, he's at least 270. 260, 270, at least. If he's short, I mean, if he's like 5'8", and someone told me he's 250, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Buy one, get 2 free survival food kits in soon. Here's what
He's going to tell us tonight, by the way. He's going to tell us how much he weighs.
others have to say.
You just have to keep watching.
When things go sideways,
Will you be prepared? Be for Patriots?
the solar-powered
Here we go. Brand new single out from Bert. Somebody get this to Trump's people.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bert Lynch, and this is Shadow. Hey, say hi to everybody. Say hello. I'm going to do my new song, okay? Is that all right with you? Good. He doesn't care.
I am currently 6 foot tall and right around 250.
Folks, this is one that I wrote recently.
I need to lose about 30, 40 pounds.
It's called There's No Justice, There's Just Us.
No justice, there's just us. Somebody get this to Trump's people.
To pull us through the storm. It's time we stand up for ourselves and take this battle on. This will be our battle cry to keep our country free. 'Cause nobody's coming to save us, baby. It's just you and me.
Just
There's
you
no
and me.
Justice, there's just us. Turn it around. No justice, there's just us. Let the trumpet sound. There's no justice, there's just us. What you gonna do? There's no justice, there's just us. The red, white, and blue.
Everything's got so much fucking like static reverb. It sounds so bad.
When are we gonna
It's not clean at all. Like somebody needs to do something to this.
recognize it's 1770?
It's like so much vibration and stuff, sounds that you're not supposed to hear from the guitar, like scratching and vibration, and it's just bad.
76 outside. We're gonna need every.
Oh wait, when are we going to admit it's 1776 outside?
When are we gonna recognize it's 1776 outside? We're gonna need every woman and man to make this eagle fly.
Need every woman and man to make this eagle fly. I think Bert thinks that the only way he can be popular is if he sells out patriotism, right? We got the eagle, we got 1776, we got justice, we got to stand up, every woman and man, red, white, and blue. What are you going to do?
And I came here to tell you, we need boots on the ground.
Need the boots on the ground.
'Cause they're gonna try to steal it again with another phony lockdown. There's no justice, there's just us. Turn it around. No justice, there's just us. Let the trumpet sound. There's no justice, there's just us. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
No justice, there's just us. The red, white, and blue. We're 80 million voters strong, and we're not backing down.
All the phony lockdowns.
'Cause Donald Trump
80 million people didn't even show up the second time around, bro. You're a lot less than 80 million.
is on his way back to D.C. town.
Back to D.C. town.
Shot heard around the world. Are you ready for a fight?
The shot heard around the world. Get ready for a fight.
You know the mainstream media lies like hell, and Alex Jones was right.
Ooh, sneaking in an Alex Jones reference. Mainstream media lies like hell, and Alex Jones was right.
There's no justice, there's just us. What you gonna do? There's no justice, there's just us. The red, white, and blue. There's no justice, there's just us. Turn it around. No justice, there's just us. Let the trumpet sound.
Yeah, he maybe should have played it with his guitar mic'd up and then had a backing track when he sung or something. I don't know. It just sounds really, really, really bad. We're not getting the sound of the guitar. We're getting the sound of things striking the guitar.
Don't forget our battle cry to keep our country free. 'Cause nobody's coming to save us, baby. It's just you and me. There's no justice, there's just us. Turn it around. No justice, there's just us. Let those trumpets sound.
Let the trumpet sound.
Justice, there's just us. Hey, what you gonna do? No justice, there's just us. The red, white, and blue.
Now, he desperately wants views on this. He's even telling people the only way you can get to his Rumble is to go to his website, click on this video, and it'll take you to his Rumble page, and that counts as a view because you click on it, and it's still only got 300 views.
The red, white, and blue. The red, white,
And 16 likes
and blue.
from 2 months ago. And it counts as a view every time you open his webpage. So the people that do go there to look at his merch or to donate to him, they all count as views.
No justice, there's just us. Please share this video and go vote.
Look how fucking deranged he, and go vote! Look how deranged he looks.
Just us. Please share this video and go vote. Thank you.
You guys broke Bert. Now, it's not just his music. We got to check out this live stream he did, bro. And just for clarity, I'm going to switch into another one of my burner accounts. Bert, I have like 50. I do know that you blocked my Cold Beer Confessional page. I get it. Good luck finding all these and blocking them. All right, I downloaded his videos because I figured he'd delete them because he's such a fucking retard. But he had a hell of a time last night. A hell of a time on his comeback tour. Here we go. Going live on Facebook, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, December 10, 2024, to announce the important move to Rumble tonight. Big Alex News 2. See you in 45. 45-47, to be honest with you. Here we go. Let's see how this worked out for him.
Okay.
It took him 4 attempts to get through his show. Let's just say that. Then he blames it on the people in chat not telling him.
I don't know. But there's only between an hour to 2 hours, we're not exactly sure, left right now.
Is that Alex Jones?
Tonight. Now, generally, if they're on the fence.
Huh? Five by 5. You look good, brother. No lights. You're jumping around the fucking screen. Eyes closed half the time. Bert told us all he doesn't drink, right? Nothing but Diet Coke, and he doesn't gamble. Doesn't drink, doesn't gamble. Keep that in mind as we listen to his excuses tonight for last night.
Okay, I am live and
high quality here.
Okay, and I'm seeing some technical problems. Facebook is obviously giving me a little bit of trouble. I do see Joyce Bremer has said hello. Hello there, Joyce. Thank you for coming in. You guys, listen, here's what we're doing. We're monitoring Alex Jones. And I need to go on over there to Alex Jones right now.
You need to tune into him because he's going to monitor Alex Jones.
And I will dip in and out because it's very important. He's live, which he's never live at this time. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in here with Alex and join it.
Yeah, but he doesn't get drunk, right? He has a beer to help with his kidney stones occasionally. He doesn't get drunk.
Let me see if I can join Alex here real quick. Okay, my bad. We'll get it. Joyce, you're there. Joyce, can you give me a thumbs up on the audio if the audio sounds good to you? That didn't work. Let's try that again.
God, this is so bad.
It's this one. Okay, let's go.
He blames it on the Wi-Fi here in a minute.
We're going to join.
Pledge for a loan or anything else that isn't money. That I don't have the money to ever pay them this. I mean, I literally don't have $300,000 in the bank, and they want hundreds of
Alex Jones is like on an evil villain aura or something.
dollars from their rigged court where the judges found me guilty and then had show trials, literally, for HBO cameras that produced it. And so
he said he only drinks. It's good to flush him out. He might have 1 or 2, but he doesn't get drunk.
Lawyers, and then the lawyers for the real winning bidder have just annihilated them.
So, folks, what I'm doing now is I'm trying to join this, and I'm up here in the corner. You guys can see me. I'm joining this because here's why we're watching. Hilda, hi there. You guys give me a thumbs up if you're getting good audio. And what I've done is I'm up here in the corner, and I've joined Alex Jones because he is announcing what has happened today in court with the Alex Jones show, InfoWars, which is a big part of the information that we gather, and it's very important news, and he's live. So we're going to dip in, and we're going to listen, okay? And I'm here in the corner, and I'm going to jump in and out with you. So let's go ahead and...
I was my bad because I got 4 kids. Like, my own son, my wife, daughter. That implies I only got 1 child. I got 4. I love them all.
Let's see what happens when we go.
7-year-old daughter, my wife, had dinner. And I'm sitting there listening to it while it's going on with an earbud. And I'm driving in about an hour and a half ago, back to the office. And I'm listening to Walter Sisak for the group that really won the auction. There wasn't an auction. He pointed that out. It's just they're acting like there was an auction to follow the law, but they didn't have one. And he said, so what is the winning bid? And Chris Murray said, I can't tell you. It depends on how much money they get in the future. Because they're going to pay more to themselves back.
So somebody give me a thumbs up on the audio.
So the bid that was made and agreed to was that the money that the Sandy Hook's family stood to gain from the Alex Jones sell-off, they would pay for the site and they would own it.
Please.
And there's a
hearing
weird
the
deal
audio
with
okay?
Bloomberg's group that is the investor and co-owner of The Onion. Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're following what has happened here. I'm not getting any information from you guys. Great to see you, but no one's given me any idea of how the audio is going. It's saying
Now he's mad at the audience because they're not telling him how the audio's doing.
connect your streaming software, but I am connected. It says I'm live, but I can only go by what you guys are telling me. So jump in there, somebody with an update on the audio. Just tell me a thumbs up or whatever. Or one of my moderators that if you're hearing this, text me or call me. Nobody's saying anything. So I'm going to switch over to Alex, and then I'm going to mute myself and go make some phone calls because nobody's
All over TV. Oh, he's attacking right now. Help us, help us. What? They entered 22 minutes in evidence in Texas and Connecticut. It was all coordinated show trials of what I supposedly said about them. They had 2 videos of me with callers. Well, I don't think it happened. I said, yeah, I agree with you.
All coordinated show trials because people documented. Of course, there's going to be media and people documented there and shit.
Well, I can say the moon's made of cheese if I want. I think all sorts of stuff's fake, like Jussie Smollett, WMDs in Iraq. But nobody came to harass him. I sent nobody to harass him. I didn't pee on graves. And they would ask me in the show trials, my lawyers, well, who peed? I don't know. Well, who told you? Somebody. Who? I don't remember. So somebody saw the Loch Ness Monster once, too. I had one debate on air between people that thought it happened and didn't happen and covered it a couple times when the internet didn't believe it happened. Then they dredge it up when Trump wins, run national TV ads with Hillary against Trump saying, look, he's a Sandy Hook denier and he's Trump's confidant. And then they did fundraisers for 2 years while saying I was attacking him, raising hundreds of millions reportedly for gun control in my name, using my face, saying he's attacking families of dead kids. And then they sue me. Judges find me guilty, have show trials.
It's playing so smooth.
Claim I have hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm a criminal. It's all their money. I'm hiding it. None of that. That all came out. The courts audited me. The IRS audited me.
It gets better. Just watch.
Nothing, because I am, literally like Ward Cleaver or something when it comes to money and stuff. I mean, I have accountants that don't even touch it, don't even mess with it. That's not even my goal. My goal is to defeat the New World Order. And so they got so pissed. The New York Times.
Ward Cleaver when it comes to money. What the fuck does that even mean? That's the dad from Leave It to Beaver, but he doesn't talk about money or do anything with money or talk about the show's not about. It's about his 2 kids.
The minute they showed earlier, well, it turns out Jones never really had that much money. Yeah, we had some years where we grossed like $60 million, make 35% on water filters and stuff like that. That doesn't, anybody that, it's like saying a gas station sold $10 million of gas one year, then you learn the gas station makes 2% on gas. I mean, it's nuts. Lie upon lie upon lie upon lie.
So he just tries stealing Alex Jones's content. It's basically most of this. But then we get right here.
Back over here.
Then he gets really mad at people for not telling him how well his audio is.
And make sure everybody hears it okay. I got mine is going in and out. Your what is going in and out, Jenny?
Your what's going in and out, Jenny? You can't just say mine's going in and out. No, I don't want him to live in a van by the river. I live in a van by the river, so
Your sound, your video.
don't get near me.
Tawana says it's not very loud. Okay, let me work on that for you. That's what I needed from you guys. That's the kind of feedback I needed so I can fix it, because I do have the ability to fix it. It's just that I had to jump on really quick, you guys, because of what's happening with Alex Jones right now. He's about to announce whether or not they're taking him off the air. And if they are taking him off the air, it's a big deal because it was designed. They tried to get him off the air before Trump got reelected. They felt like that Alex was going to have a big part in getting Trump reelected. Now, that should have helped you guys out. Oh, no. Oh, man. I hope you're all still there. But I think that I have fixed the audio. And you guys now please give me some feedback. I take it that it looks okay. My hair looks terrible. I didn't even get a chance to brush my hair. So
You look rough as fuck, bro.
completely. Johnny Leon says, very good audio. It reminds me of Max Headroom. Johnny Leon. Okay, Johnny Lester being funny today. Is it still doing that? Is it still breaking up? If it is, it's Facebook. I do see some buffering on my end over here from Facebook. All right. I'm not getting much input.
He expects them to. You guys know there's a delay in streaming. It's even worse over on Facebook. There's a delay. He expects them to answer. Is it doing good right now? I guess you guys are not going to tell me. I'll just shut it down.
So I'm just going to go with it. Oh, come on. I'm just going to go with this.
He thinks that Alex Jones is the only people that bring him the real news. So if they take Alex Jones down, look at that. We took patriots out of America.
In this war, I couldn't have done it without them. I couldn't have done it without you, the viewers and listeners. You truly are the men and women in the arena. So this is history. We're taking on the globalist death cult, the pedophile cult.
Look how rough he looks, dude.
Control.
That fucking 8 months we made him take off did not do him well.
We're taking on the people that think you're dumb slaves and I'm a dumb slave. We're taking on people that think they're better than us and think that we don't have a right to live. That's why I played that. Thought we had a censored version with all the cussing, but
okay,
gotta find that one, guys. I want to play that again.
Now, folks, this is Alex Jones live, and I have no control over his
That's what the
content.
spirit of the left
it
is.
could
Very
be
nihilistic, very selfish, very satanic.
Hey, Dane, how's it? How are you?
It's the globalist. It's the big banks. They want dumbed down, controlled, poor people they can rule over because that makes them feel good.
It's really important stuff here, folks.
Really important stuff.
So, how it sounds.
By the way, he tells them how important this is, how big this is, how he has to cover it for you guys to know it when you could just win and watch Alex Jones. Again, he watches the news so you don't have to. And then he has to admit by the end of this show that Alex Jones didn't even cover anything that he wanted him to cover.
I've left it all in the field.
Kathy says the feed is breaking up.
And I've been right where I want to be. I'm lucky to even be alive. They tried to put me in prison. They put Owen in prison. You've seen the stuff they've done. That all these grand juries open on me, and by the grace of God, they weren't totally corrupted. Literally said, well, we couldn't find anything.
I've got 2 people that know my phone number that should be calling me right now and saying something, but neither one of them are.
I got 2 people that know my phone number that should be calling me right now and saying something, and neither one of them are. Boy, did he misspeak there. Because there are a lot more than 2 people that have your phone number. And a lot more than 2 people are about to call you, bro.
$300,000, $400,000, $500,000, 6 month, 8 month, year-long investigations. 5 times. And those are the ones I know about. Like the J6 committee's one that's public.
Folks, I don't know why the buffering is happening. Yeah, it looks like I just lost you guys. Reconnected. I wonder why it's doing that. Yes, it keeps buffering. Okay, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to see if I can fix this, and then I'll sign back in again. So very sorry.
Oh, there goes the phone calls. Doesn't Alex Jones look very evil villain-y? He's got a big audience over there on X. 275,000 people watching him. All right, so that's the end of video 1. We had to shut down, see if we get it fixed. Video 2, up and going. Here we go. Yes, no audio for forever on this video. It's in the dark. There we go.
Still get. Check 1 2 1 2 mic check. Okay. Still getting that buffering thing. I believe that's my internet connection. All right, let's go here.
There's no just us. There's just us.
Reconnected. I see 4 people now have logged in. Let's find out if we actually are being heard and seen. I think we are. It's crazy.
4 people have logged in now, guys. Get ready.
All right, so it appears that I now have everything working properly. And I don't want to over-modulate my audio, so I'm making sure I'm checking that twice, like Santa Claus. And I really don't need to see that. Okay, I'm talking to myself now. I don't need to do that. All right, so if I could.
Got to add a 0 to it.
Some of my so far so good. That's Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I don't, this is an internet issue now. It's come down to.
He told them whatever number you see on Facebook, you can add a 0 to it. And that's how many people are really seeing it.
Working. And unfortunately, you should never try to go live on a live show on Wi-Fi. It should be a hard connection. Sadly, where I'm living right now does not allow that because it provides the internet as part of the rent. So you don't get to hardwire in. And so it looks to me like I'm probably.
I think he's in a halfway house.
Going to be chasing down some sort of a new internet connection. Possibly have to get permission from management. We'll see. But Kathy, thank you so much. She said so far so good. As you guys can see, the studio is new. Let's go over to Alex because I need to.
Studio's new, which means same backdrop, same microphone, same everything.
Need to get us back into that. It's very.
In his halfway house.
Okay, so it's clip number 1 from yesterday. So,
and I'm right here. So I'm going to watch and see if this continues to buffer.
The first day it started, I was
Ann says you're back. Thank you for noticing.
at the gym.
I'm right here.
9 days ago, at 7 a.m. There's a bunch of former military guys that are professionals and like in IT and stuff. Well, what's going on in Syria? I heard
somebody give me some feedback on the audio, please.
Stuff. And I went.
I want to make sure you guys are hearing me okay.
Stop working out. I kind of go look at the name. Oh gosh, that's Al Qaeda. That means Israel, United States. That's who runs that. And I went to Turkey. He was involved. Well, yeah. So
double checking all of that.
About an hour and 20 minutes later, I'm in the sauna, and that guy comes in. One of them, and he goes, "So what do you think now?" I said, "Oh, it's Israel and Turkey and NATO." And, he goes, "How do you know?" I got my phone. I was in the sauna. And I go, "See right there? That's the Al Qaeda right there."
Also, I've got a bunch of
articles. I showing here's articles years ago. They worked for Israel.
This way. I think I can do it this way.
Wow. I was like, yeah, like the U.S. government gave 87 million in weapons 2.5 3 years ago in
Okay, so what did I just do? Oh, that's me right there.
So
you don't even know.
They're going to use those weapons to invade Syria.
Okay, let me see. What am I doing here?
They're going to use this against Syria first than others. I mean, this is not hard. I don't know why
Check.
people don't see the puzzle pieces.
Check.
Risk board here.
Check.
And then they're going to let the...
Don't want to be overmodulated here. Check my modulation levels.
All right, I got problems here, folks. Y'all give me a second.
Oh, really? Really? The 60-year-old lounge singer can't figure out the internet?
Well, okay, now I'm hearing myself. All right, so that's, I guess, what I was looking for, but I'm going to do it this way. Interesting. I don't know why, but I keep losing my audio. The easy part is the part that's being a problem now. So everybody's hearing me now. I know cut out for a second there. That was me that did that. And
audio genius.
I'm going to make sure that we're getting enough audio here. I think you guys should be hearing it okay now. Randy says good evening. So does I'm getting comments from folks that are just saying you're back. So far, so good.
He's going to expose us all tonight, guys. You got to stick with me. It's a 5-part series. You just got to stick with me.
Kathy, for the ones of you that reached out to me over the phone, thank you so much. I believe we now have a good connection, and I don't think we're buffering. So we are building the audience back, and I apologize. Folks, I have no control over the internet. That I can do all of this around me, but I can't do anything about the internet. So,
he's not an internet guy. What are you getting all those text messages for, Bert? Sounds like your phone's like blowing up. You said people should be calling you, getting a hold of you. Why's your phone blowing up?
The heck?
Trolls.
All right, that's interesting. Let's see. I'm being harassed again. Volume's
Let's see. I'm being harassed again.
good. That's wonderful. And let's see here.
He keeps saying how much better he is than the people who have hundreds of thousands of subs and viewers, and how he's going to make it one day. You can't get rid of him. And when he's a millionaire, everything will be fixed, and his investors will get paid back, even though they got fucking pulled into a scam. It wasn't an investment. He keeps telling people to take him to court. If someone did, first of all, you can't get blood from a turnip. He doesn't have shit. But if someone took him to court on that fucking contract and the investment, and then him just fucking not even paying his rent for the studio and his home, you'd win for sure. He says his case is so airtight, he wouldn't even need a lawyer, which means he can't afford a lawyer.
I got to do something here real quick, you guys. Let's go back to Alex.
Okay, let's go. He's screenshotting. I heard him screenshot something. All right, now we get to watch Alex with no sound.
It worked great in rehearsal. Now it's not working.
Perfect.
You're supposed to be in control of the school. You control the money for now.
Yeah, it works great in rehearsal.
Under the social credit score, if you get in their way, they'll take your money away. We're almost in the chains. So you're supposed to understand, you're supposed to be in control of the school. You control the money for now.
Yeah, it works great in rehearsal.
Under the social credit score, if you get in their way, they'll take your money away. We're
What did he just say?
the chains. Balls cut off. You're supposed to be in control of the school. You control the money for now.
Yeah, it works great in rehearsal.
Under the social credit score, if you get in their way, they'll take your money away. We're
God, that's hard to hear. I can't tell.
almost in the chains.
Okay, everything worked great in rehearsal. Now it's not working.
Balls cut off. You're supposed to be in control of the school. You control the money for now.
Yeah, it works great in rehearsal.
Under the social credit score, if you get in their way, they'll take
Okay, he just said, yeah, it works great in rehearsal again. Okay,
your money away. We're almost in the chains.
I was curious.
So you're supposed to understand the Constitution, the Bill of Rights,
Crazy.
the Declaration of Independence. You're supposed to understand federalism. You're supposed to understand the separation of powers. You're supposed to understand how to skin a buck.
You hear how much static there is when he turns off his mic? Like, listen, let me back up just a couple seconds. Listen to this background static.
So you're supposed to understand the Constitution, the Bill of Rights,
Crazy.
the Declaration of Independence. You're supposed to understand federalism. You're supposed to understand the separation of powers. You're supposed to understand how to
Gone.
run a trot line. You're supposed to understand how to rock a baby to sleep or how to change a diaper. You're supposed to know how to
You're supposed to know how to skin a buck, run a trot line. Everybody's supposed to know that? Like, I understand people like me would know that, right? Like, I grew up out in the country doing shit, but I also don't know how to navigate the subway system in New York City. Right? Like there's some stuff that you learn because of your environment, and not everybody's going to know it.
string electrical wire. You're supposed to know how to change a tire. You're supposed to know.
Literally, you're not supposed to know how to string electrical wire, right? That's like a job that you have to apprentice for, and there's a set of codes, and there's the national electric code, and then there's local codes that you're usually on top of rather than in lieu of.
Know how to beat the living hell out of somebody that attacks your family.
Ooh.
You're supposed to know how to bust your ass because it's fun and it's being
We should all just be cavemen again.
a human. And it's what you're supposed to do. And you're supposed to know how to take on tyrants. And you're supposed to know how when you feel the pain taking them on, that means you're over the target. So you lean into the pain and you say, give me more pain.
Give me more pain!
And soon that pain turns to ecstasy. Because that's
All right, folks. So again,
Ecstasy?
I am the reason that
Humanity's amazing. When we got our heads screwed on straight.
the
We're
reason that I
strong,
joined Alex Jones here
strong.
was
Okay.
because he was supposed to announce
Strong!
whether or not
War on you. I have accepted the challenge.
he has lost his company. And I haven't heard him make that announcement yet, but I had to get off the air and come back on the air, and it looks like I'm...
So it's super important to get this to you guys. So instead of watching Alex Jones, watch me watch Alex Jones with all these technical difficulties, and he doesn't even cover the topic that I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about.
Suffering again. I'm not sure, but I'm getting some harassing phone calls right now, which I'm going to ignore.
You said there are people with my number, and they should be calling me right now. I know you're going to blame me, but I was live during this.
But he hasn't made the announcement, which is what I was told was going to happen. So I'm going to step away for
He wasn't told it was going to happen. He saw Alex's Twitter post.
a second and leave this on Alex Jones for you guys.
He acts like he has an insider. Somebody's calling him again.
And I'll be right with you.
Yes, please leave us with Alex. How about Alex with no audio, please? Thank you. How long do you think he lives with Alex with no audio? Debt collector calling. Sort of. I mean, he owes a lot of people fucking money from their investments. I know who it isn't calling. The landlord that he didn't pay fucking rent to. Saying, hey, man, thanks for being such a great tenant. Didn't have to have you evicted or anything. Just no sound, Alex. No sound, Alex. We'll skip ahead some.
You guys are hearing Alex now.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so I'm not sure if you guys
Okay.
are hearing Alex now. 'Cause I'm
Nope.
not hearing him. It's crazy.
You turned off the audio.
Have we lost it again?
By the way, spoiler alert, Alex never makes the announcement that he thinks he's going to make and had to bring to you right now. Didn't even have time to brush his fucking hair. Had to go live, right? Instead, he goes off on a tirade about how me and Bo Sweeney and Karen Kelly Rorick are all rhinos and trying to bring him down with the U.S. Marshals.
I guess we're on the air, but I don't think you guys know sound with Alex. Yeah. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
On November 13th. 3 times since then. Last Friday.
You remember when his lawyer was supposed to be contacting me? Or what about when you said you're going to set us up a UFC match there, Bert?
In court. Oh, our bid's actually $7 million, not 1.7.
All right, so I'm back with you guys, and
You can call Dana White.
technical problems now. What it is, it's just
He can't afford the audio.
weird. Not the way they went in rehearsals, which I had all week long. All of a sudden, some of the internet things have a mind of its own. We're getting a lot of buffering. Sorry about the no sound. That was my mistake. I had to make a phone call. And so, yeah.
Okay,
that's
here we go.
what's going on.
Let's hear it.
So we should have sound now.
Nope.
And I apologize. And when you get something like that, text it to me, okay? Appreciate that. Now.
Ooh, and Gallagher got something.
Now, and I'm again. This is live on.
That's his big sugar mama right now.
Over there, I took a chance and went over there to share this with you guys because I could, and I don't know that that he's actually going to cover what he said he was going to cover, because he's decided to come on and tell his life story, and I guess that's for the sake of the people who don't know what's going on. But I'll try to fill in the blanks for you. First of all, it was my intention to go live on Rumble tonight, which I was going to come on.
Of course, fucking Dana's working with him. Of course she is. Her name was on the fucking, her name was all over the fucking contract she sent out to the investors. And she of course she is.
You guys briefly and fill you in on everything that's going on, and then start going live on Rumble. We may not do that tonight because of these technical problems.
Okay, technical problems. No rumble.
But no one has said anything to me.
It'll be fixed by tonight, I promise.
Since I got the no sound with Alex. And it helps if you guys chime back in after you've said,
you got to tell me if it's working!
Something's not working, and tell me that it is working. Because
I haven't had a single person in my chat tell me 5 by 5 since I got here.
Still thinking that it's not, and I haven't heard from any of you. So I appreciate
and I'm
that
pissed.
It doesn't really work the way I was hoping it would. Over on Rumble, there's also chat. But right now, I just need anyone to tell me that we're back on the air, or that we're still on the air. And I'm going to give this a few more seconds, and then I'm going to go get drunk. Because I'm just tired of this. I'm kidding.
What was that?
I appreciate that the chat just doesn't really work the way I was hoping it would. Over on Rumble, there's also chat.
So the chat isn't helping me the way I was hoping that the chat would help me. I'm the live streamer who can't live stream, and the chat should help me do it. And you either do it or I'm going to go get drunk.
But right now, I just need anyone to tell me that we're back on the air, or that we're still on the air. And I'm going to give this a few more seconds, and then I'm going to go get drunk. Because I'm just...
What? That's the Jesus in him coming out, right?
And I'm going to give this a few more seconds, and then I'm going to go get drunk. Because I'm just tired. That we're back on the air, or that we're still on the air. And I'm going to give this a few more seconds, and then I'm going to go get drunk.
That's what I thought you said. I mean, see, he slipped up. He slipped up saying, I'm going to give this a few more seconds, then I'm going to go get drunk. He stays fucking drunk. He stays gambling. That's the only way that he could have gotten rid. The only way that I can imagine he could got rid of all that fucking investment and couldn't even pay his fucking rent. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, didn't pay his rents. Then he's like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just tired of this. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. God, I'm kidding.
Folks, if we're getting anything, I'm seeing the buffering again. So there may not be anybody here.
I'm kidding. I'm already drunk.
Anyway, what I've got to do here is, there we go.
What you got to do?
So I'm getting harassing phone calls in the middle of the show.
So I'm getting harassing phone calls in the middle of the show.
Again. It's back here. I mean, it's just, there's
it's back.
Around it. I'm going to be harassed by these ignorant people. And they've chosen tonight to jump on board. And all I can say to you is, I hope you're having a good time watching my show and masturbating, you jackasses.
Ooh. Little beating my meats.
Buffering on and off. Okay. Folks, it's the internet. I can't do anything about it.
Who could you imagine the motherfucker that goes to masturbate and pictures Bert fucking Lynch?
You're on air, but you're being delayed. Kathy, I'm not sure what that means. Delayed.
How do you not know what that means? You're expecting them to answer instantly when you ask them a question, but there's a delay. They can't answer instantly.
I don't know.
And Shadow. Bert it real good. He's supposed to be contacting his buddy Dana White and getting the octagon ready for us. We're having an MMA match. That's what he said. He's going to beat my ass in the octagon.
Let's dip back into Alex and see what he's doing.
Okay, back into Alex. Bert it like it owes you money.
Of bid rigging, of price fixing, of collusion, and I've got a really good, well-respected lawyers, and the people that won the bid, that group has a really well-known lawyer, and they've all filed and they've said, Your Honor, we've never seen fraud this bad, and we've never seen anything like this from a U.S. trustee. But they said we have to show you the U.S. code and we have to follow this. It's right here. So
Amazing.
Let me just say this again.
Bert's dealing with the harassers.
That's the definition of an auction. Property sold to the highest bidder. Merriam-Webster. Pull it up. And
so basically what he's mad about is the Onion went to the families of Sandy Hook and said, hey, they're going to auction this off. We have a chance to buy it. What we'll do is we'll put up our money, which I think they like put in, I don't know, a shit ton of money. And then they said that what we'll also do is future federal payments, because he's ordered to pay the Sandy Hook family a shit ton of money. We'll bid those against it until we secure the winning bid. Because it's basically the same as if you can say, like, I got money in the bank account, right? He owes them a debt, and they bid that debt against InfoWars. But that also takes it takes away from the amount of money that he owes them. Whatever it sells for, it goes to the family. So they kind of like they're buying it for themselves through the Onion. He's very upset about that because they'll take him down. So what Alex did was try to contact friends, family, people he knows, whatever, business leaders, wealthy people, and try to get them to bid and buy it just so he could continue to run it.
then 2 days before, they go, oh, it's now a new bid. It's got to be there by Wednesday at 10:30 or 10 a.m. And at 10:30, we open it, and whoever's the biggest wins. And remember, you can't have credit or derivatives or anything, just cash. And they give them those rules. Our people we're working with. And then they, on the other side, say, but you can use credit off of Alex Jones' future money, which is totally not the law. Isn't considered legal tender or cash. Said wires only of cash. And we're like, okay, our folks.
Okay, so Alex is covering the history of what's going on.
There we go.
So
the history.
From that, I'm going to leave it alone because apparently he hasn't gotten word from his attorney as to what the ruling of the courts were. That was the whole reason for this live. Okay, come on, just stop with the, and I've got mouse issues. If you know what that means, my mouse is acting crazy. It's like everything went in.
There you go, chat. This is a good time to tell you that I'm having issues with my computer mouse. If you guys could diagnose that from the chat, I would appreciate it. Any mouse experts out there can tell me what's going on with my mouse? The fuck do you expect them to say, Bert?
Retard mode the minute I went live. And so I'm hearing that we're getting buffering. I guess that's what Kathy means by delayed and in retard mode the minute I went live. And issues, if you know what it means, my mouse is acting crazy. It's like everything went in retard mode the minute.
Everything went into retard mode the moment he went live.
I went live. And so I'm hearing that we're getting buffering. I guess that's what Kathy means by delayed. I appreciate the effort to tell me what's going on, Kathy. God bless you. I'm being
some of you other assholes aren't even telling me what's going on.
Harassed by phone calls while I'm on the air.
Okay.
It's that same group that messed with me a year ago. It's funny.
Well, we actually ran you off the internet for like 8 months. So we did more than mess with you. We ran you off the internet.
Phone calls from people I haven't heard from in months and months and months, and suddenly today, now the harassment starts again.
Oh no!
So
somebody flipped the harassment switch.
Starting to put 2 and 2 together and coming up with 666, because a bunch of Satan worshiping jackasses won't leave me alone.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 666 because the Satan worshiping jackasses won't leave me alone.
They're trying to run me off, and they're not going to do it. So here's the deal. We're still buffering, and I guess I'm not going to be able to fix that tonight. So I'm going to try switching the internet and see if that helps.
Okay.
I don't know if that means I'm going to get...
I would try, try that.
We might. And if we do...
Switch the internet, see if that helps.
In advance for being here.
Makes sense.
And I will just...
This guy is Bert Lynch. He's a washed-up Las Vegas lounge singer who thinks he's the next big podcast sensation. The only thing holding him back is Facebook and the people in his chat.
Make another attempt at this tomorrow.
He's basically Joe Rogan. If Joe Rogan had beautiful hand-dyed hair.
I don't know if I should just sign off
Go get drunk. The Satanists are coming after him.
Okay, I'm signing off, you guys. And
signing off. I'm done.
And on a different internet connection.
Different internet. By the way, he's only offered Wi-Fi. It's included in his rent, but he's going to sign in on a different Wi-Fi. We'll see if that helps. Attempt number 4, 3, I don't know. Here we go. About to get to the bottom of this, finally.
You don't know how you met me. You don't. You won't.
By the way, Bert Lynch thinks he can't be copyright struck because this is a cover song he did. It's me singing.
Anyway, so Booger, he's singing "You Won't Follow Me."
Subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to piss poor praxis.
Thank you very much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it.
So Facebook, you can't mess with this. It's a cover.
It's a cover.
You don't know why. Probably.
It's a cover.
But this is.
You can't mess with me.
On Facebook anyway.
Last day on Facebook anyways. Okay, here we go.
That's a
somebody sending money.
WKRP in Cincinnati reference.
Ooh.
I wonder if anybody knows what that means.
I got it. I got the reference.
You do.
I definitely did.
I was actually in a movie called The Flight of the Navigator with Howard Hessman, who played Dr. Johnny Fever on WKRP in Cincinnati. And that show was on while I was in high school. And my father was a radio disc jockey when I was a kid, and I spent a lot of my time at that station hanging around with my dad in a studio that looks like this one. And
Bert claiming he was in a Disney movie, Flight of the Navigator.
That, along with that TV show WKRP, inspired me to...
In 1986, 3 years before I was born.
Go into the radio business as an adult. So when I got out of high school, I became a radio disc jockey. And so a few years later, I'm in the movie Flight of the Navigator as a stuntman and playing a cop. And during the...
he was a stuntman cop.
We were at Craft Services. In the movie business, that means lunch. Craft Services is who serves you the food. And we were there, and I was standing in line with Howard Hessman to get our food. And I said, "Hey, Howard," he looks at me and goes, "Yes, officer." I said, you do know I'm an actor, right? I'm not really a cop. He goes, "Wasn't sure. You look pretty convincing." I said, "Well, thank you." And I said, "Just want to let you know that your role on WKRP inspired me to go into the radio industry." And he said, "I am so very sorry." He was a great guy. He was a lot of laughs. And that was a Disney film, by the way.
The Satanic Disney?
But on that show, he talked about Howard Hessman and Dr. Johnny Fever, getting fired from a radio station for saying...
He's not listed as a stuntman on the movie. I don't even think he's listed here at all. I'm at their IMDb page. They've got several hundred people listed, but I don't see him. They specifically list the stuntman. Nope.
Booger on the air. And he had been fired from a lot of radio stations, and they told him at WKRP, Johnny, we're not firing you. That's not going to happen. We love you here. And he said, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah." And so he went back on the air, and he says, "I just got one more thing to say. Booger." Now, you know that booger was the only word they could get away with on TV in the 70s. You can only imagine.
It even lists like Cop 1, Cop 2, Woman Officer, Detective, Scientist 1, Scientist 2, Technician 1, Technician 2, Hangar Guard 1 and 2, Control Room Guard 1, 2, and 3, radar technician, and it still doesn't list him.
And what word the writers really intended there, and it could have been anything. But anyway, how about you guys take a look at this logo?
Okay. We're just supposed to look at Chinese, Bert?
All right. As you can see,
Okay,
everything's
here
working
we go.
properly.
We're back.
When I went live earlier, it wouldn't work properly, and I figured out what the problem is. See, I have too many computers in front of me that are all logged onto the internet at the same time. And so what I had to do is I had to come up with a separate internet connection for the broadcast TV or the broadcast computer, and a separate internet connection for the for the playback computer, which I have done. And I wasn't used to having to do that because I used to be hardwired into the system with a Cat5 cable, and the internet speed was fine. But this particular property that I'm in doesn't offer that feature. And so we'll just split the internet connection between the two, and it looks like it's going to be just fine. So I apologize in advance, but the only way you can really find this out is by going live. You can work all night long and all day long, making sure that everything is right, and then you find out on the fly. It's like the old days of NASCAR. You don't really know if that car is going to make it around the track with the other cars until you get out there with it. Anyway, Mary is the only one that's made a comment in the room, so I've seen.
Damn it, Mary!
Watching, but there's no comments.
Guys, tell me if it's working or not.
Let me send out a text and let some people know.
Okay.
Didn't mean to make that phone call. Let's see.
Let people know I'm live.
Send out
Got it.
and say. All right. So
Uh-oh.
check out this logo, you guys. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Still being trolled. Harassed. I'm sorry. He's being harassed. I didn't mean to say trolled. I meant to say harassed. It's very malicious, if you ask me. Extremely malicious.
Oh, bring it on back over here. Here we go. Hey, I'm back. All right. Robert says you're back. Yes, I am. We fixed the problem, you guys. I apologize. I had to get off. There were multiple problems and technical problems, and then there's some personal issues that I'm going to deal with, and I'm going to do it publicly in front of everyone.
Okay. Publicly, in front of everybody.
For more people to get here. You're back. Robert says, Heidi and I are here again. Hi, you guys. Listen, let's wait for there to be some more people in the room, and then we'll address some things. We have some things that we need to address.
Okay. He's going to call us all out, guys.
And we're going to do that.
We're rhinos.
You guys like the studio and the way I've lit the studio? This is what I've got for now. And I also now have, obviously, as you guys learned, that I have the ability to pull over content from other people. And so what
he has the ability to pull over content so he can show you Alex Jones's show. Not very well. You won't be able to hear it. It'd be buffering so bad. It looks like it's stop motion graphics, but he can do it.
I'm going to do now is
expose the harassers.
With it just a little bit. Just a little.
Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little.
Okay. Because I want to, this other feature that I have with you guys, I want to make sure that it works and that you guys are going to be able to benefit from it. I'm about to address this on my show. Yeah, I just did that live in front of you guys because people are texting me now.
Okay.
And, the best way to fight a bully is punch him right in the freaking mouth.
Ooh, get them. Fight them bullies, Bert. Fight them.
So bullies are about to start getting punched. You bitches.
Here we go.
Come at me.
You guys didn't know I had a black eye, did you? I had my eye covered up with makeup.
All you want to. You just don't have the spit it takes. So, we should have decent sound. We should have good video. I'm gonna switch us over to. Well, I'm not gonna do that right now. We'll wait on that for a minute. That's what we'll do. Let's see here.
Yeah, her name's Hilda. He always says Heidi.
What in the world? Okay, so right now I'm just double checking. I have a way of making sure that I can monitor it now, and I can make sure that that I'm on, and everything is running 5x5, as they say. And we've got about.
Imagine sitting down. It's a very good point. Imagine sitting down in the evening and being like, "Oh man, what's going on in the world? I don't have time to watch all the news. I'll just watch Bert watch the news."
100 and maybe 200 people watching right now, and of course we're going to see. And I want to say thank you to the folks that have sent some donations tonight, and God bless you all. I'm telling you right now, I'm getting ready to open up a can of kick-ass. All right?
Ooh,
ready to open up
don't do it.
This was not gonna
Don't
be a
do it.
show.
Not the kick-ass.
Circumstances and situations have changed.
I prefer my kick-ass fresh, never frozen.
And you guys know I'm an open book, and I'm going to remain an open book despite all the people that like to attack me.
Bert is an open book. He's an open book of IOUs that no one will ever be able to cash in.
Because they think they know too much. I'm going to try my darndest to keep the language out, but I'm pissed. But I'm not so much pissed as I'm on to you. You're an idiot, and I'm getting ready to expose you.
Okay.
So
I'm on to you, you idiot. I'm going to expose you.
But it's just odd, and I'm just going to tell you how it is. And I don't give a damn who it pisses off.
Ooh.
I really don't.
His give a damn's busted.
Sound and video are good. Thank you, Robert Lamb. You're awesome.
Yeah, it was like 8 people in there. 13 people max.
Sound is thumbs up from Ann Gallagher, who likes to speak in code. Oh, man. I love the girl. She's just the wife of an ex-cop, and she talks like one. Or not the wife of an ex-cop, the wife of a cop who passed, unfortunately. But yes. I'm sure he was a great one, too. So, let's see. We got a...
It's Bert's fuzz sound because his give a damn's busted.
Not as many people as we had, but I will tell you that we don't have the buffering now. So that's it's fixed.
Good deal.
Anymore.
Good deal. No buffering. We're done.
I'm
It's not like this show is going to end in about 20 minutes suddenly in the middle of the show with no audio, because we got it fixed, guys. That's called foreshadowing.
Had you guys paying attention to the Alex Jones situation. But I have to say that unless I missed it during all the confusion, Alex never really gave us a report. All he did was go back and cover old stuff. But I see him back on now, and so I'm going to dip in just for the fact that we can. And I don't know what it's covering, so normally I would never do this, but we're going to dip in. We're going to see what it is he's talking about. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Normally he'd never do this, but he's doing it for the 16th time tonight.
Why are we not getting the audio?
Wait, you fixed it. You're good. You fixed it. No buffering, no nothing.
I think I know why. There's just so much going on, folks, and I've been off the air. I haven't been doing this stuff for a while. There it is. I'll get used to it again, and these mistakes won't.
And acting like it's aliens as a psyop, and are strongly considering having them start do violent things. Shoot down airplanes, attack people.
All right, so I know what this content is because I watched it earlier. This is a replay of earlier show. I do not have the updates on Alex Jones right now. But what I'm going to tell you is this covering now was something I was going to cover anyway. So let's just go ahead and check it out. He's explaining the drones that have been seen over, let me come back here to me for now. The drones that have been seen over New Jersey, that no one can explain what it is and what's going on. I figured this out too. And now he's showing proof of it.
So he figured it out too after watching Alex Jones, but he's going to use Alex Jones as the source for it. But he figured it out on his own without Alex Jones. Just drones, bro.
I believe those drones are not one big drone that they say the drones are as big as a car and there's multiple.
You think?
Tiny little drones that are creating images. They call it Project Blue Beam. But you may see, during the celebrations with fireworks that they have created this drone light show that thousands and thousands of drones can look like an airplane, can look like an angel flying through the air. They're going to use this to make people believe that the second coming of Christ is happening. They're going to use this to make people believe that aliens have landed. This is what they're going to use to try and control us. And that's what I believe is happening in New Jersey right now. Those aren't 10 car-sized drones. They're 10 different images of thousands of drones that are being controlled by somebody on the ground.
Okay.
And it's a distraction. It's designed to distract.
Shit.
And it's what it's doing. They're doing a good job of it, quite honestly. Now that I've got control over this, I'm able to do a few things, and I'm going to switch back and forth between Alex and some of this other stuff, because I think it's important that we get back to the things I was going to address. I am not going to go live on Rumble tonight. I am going to go live on Rumble tomorrow. This is last night on Facebook. You'll see commercials. You'll see Melissa says New Jersey banned drones. Yeah, well, they can ban all they want. It's still happening. And Robert says the sound is great. Thanks. He says I listened to the show after you went off the air, and
His basically thing is that instead of being one big drone that's the size of a car or bus or whatever people are claiming. The reason people are probably claiming this is it's incredibly hard to judge the size of something in the air, especially at night when you're just seeing lights on it, right? It's incredibly hard. It's a documented fact. Even during the day, sometimes you can't tell if the plane's huge and far away or small and close, whatever. Instead, he thinks it's part of the drone air shows that they're doing now in lieu of. We've seen drone swarm air shows, right? They do it instead of fireworks or whatever. And they're going to use that to fake the second coming of Christ.
And didn't hear him say anything about what you were talking about. Yeah, well, I don't know that he got a judgment.
A lot of it's people faking it, Fulcrum. So I do believe that some people probably saw some shit, drones, airplanes, whatever in New Jersey. But a lot of other people are just jumping on the bandwagon saying, I saw it. I flew my drone up to it. It fucking took off. It was going faster than any drone or airplane in the world. It hovered and abducted a goat. Like, a lot of people are just doing it because it's a viral moment. You get a lot of followers for doing it.
Today. But the whole day long, we've been waiting to see if the courts were...
Which has been one of the big problems getting information online. Like, I love the speed of it. Like, anybody can grab a camera and be like, oh my God, this explosion just happened, or this fire's happening, or this attack is happening, or they're invading Ukraine, or whatever. That's cool. But a lot of people just jump on that same thing and just make shit up.
Going to allow him to...
There's no way to verify any of it.
And I've been following this for years. I reported it to you guys the last time I was on the air. And
okay.
Basically what has happened was Alex Jones was sued by the families of a school that was shot up in New York. The school was called, I don't have notes in front of me, so it escapes me right now. Sandy Hook. Yeah, Sandy Hook. And they sued him, and the courts allowed them to sue for $1.5 billion. And they convinced the lawyers for the federal government, convinced the court, who was a George Soros judge, that Alex Jones was worth that much money. Well, he's
okay.
And Rosetta
makes perfect sense.
She says, watching from Lafayette, Georgia, great to see you. Thank you for being here. So, Alex Jones was sued, and he lost the case. It was a setup, and he spent the time today basically recapping all of that, which I'm doing in just a matter of seconds rather than 20 minutes. Today was the final hearing. What had happened was about 4 weeks ago, the bankruptcy courts assigned an officer to oversee the bankruptcy. That person is usually called an arbiter.
Okay.
In that case, Biden said he will probably pardon the illegals so Trump can't send them out of the U.S. Well,
happy birthday, John.
He may try to do that. He may try. I hope he's arrested for treason. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. So this arbiter illegally allowed the website The Onion to be the only bidder for the site.
Is that a bot account?
Though there were other bidders that were bidding higher than The Onion. And those bidders were people who were going to buy the company and leave Alex Jones in place. And as a result, the judge shut the whole thing down and said, it's too much illegal activity here.
Okay.
None.
That's not what the judge did, by the way, in case you want to know what actually happened. The judge said... A federal judge in Texas rejected the auction sale of Alex Jones' InfoWars to The Onion satirical news outlet, criticizing the bidding for the conspiracy theory platform as flawed, as well as how much money families from the 2012 Sandy Hook elementary shooting stood to receive. The decision late Thursday night is a victory for Jones, whose InfoWars site was put up for sale as part of his bankruptcy case in the wake of his nearly $1.5 billion that courts have ordered him to pay over falsely calling one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history a hoax. Families of Sandy Hook victims had backed The Onion's bid. Following a 2-day hearing in Houston, U.S. bankruptcy judge Christopher Lopez said he would not approve the sale currently, while citing concerns about transparency in the auction. That clears the way for Jones to keep, at least for now, InfoWars, which is headquartered in Austin, Texas. The Onion had planned to kick Jones out and relaunch InfoWars in January as a parody show. We are deeply disappointed in today's decision. The Onion will continue to seek resolution that helps Sandy Hook families receive a positive outcome for the horror they endured. Lopez cited problems, but no wrongdoing. Lopez cited problems, but no wrongdoing. Nobody did this. There was issues that he didn't like, but he's not saying anybody did it maliciously with the auction process. He said he did not think that those involved in the auction acted in bad faith and that everyone put their best foot forward and tried to play within the rules that were set. Still, Lopez has said he did not want another auction. He does not want another auction to happen because now It's like everybody will come and try to bid, and it'll just be crazy. The judge does not want another auction. Instead, he wants the trustee and the family and the Onion to work out a deal. Not the arbiter, the trustee.
None of this, what happened today, is legal, and therefore it is not binding. But yet the Onion continue to say on their website and go around all the media and say they have now bought Alex Jones and he's fired. Which
the Onion offered $1.75 million plus a bunch of stuff that the family put up of future earnings. But I think Alex Jones is pissed because the supplement company that he sells for bid $3.5 million. So he wants a supplement company to buy it to where he can keep working there and making money and selling their supplements. So he's just pissed about the way it worked. But the judge just wants the trustee to work it out.
In reality, they had not done that. So they went back to court today, and another company bid much, much more money to buy Alex Jones. This is in a nutshell. It's a lot more complicated than what I'm trying to make it look like. And that company was...
The judge was most upset because he thinks that it could have sold for a lot more, and he wants the families that Alex owes them $1.5 billion. He wants them to get as much money as possible. So the judge said something about there's like a lot of money left on the table. We need to scratch and claw every dime up that we can from this and give it to the family. Not for Alex Jones's benefit, not for the supplement company's benefit, not for the Onion's benefit. He wants more money to go to the family. We don't know. They're working on they're all meeting with all their lawyers and the trustee, and we don't know if the Onion will get it or not.
Well, it was Elon Musk. And Elon Musk pledged to leave Alex Jones in place. Well,
it was not Elon Musk. Elon Musk did not bid. What Elon Musk did was he petitioned the court to release some documents related to the Alex Jones auction and bankruptcy case. Elon Musk did not bid.
It's a lot more complicated than what I'm trying to make it look like. And that company was Elon Musk. And Elon Musk...
He just made that up.
Alex Jones in place. In a nutshell, it's a lot more complicated than what I'm trying to make it look like. And that company was Elon Musk.
He's just making this up. 100%. The X Corp filed a notice in the Alex Jones InfoWars bankruptcy case to basically that they wanted some documents, right? This was after the Onion had already been declared the winner. Elon Musk did not make a bid. The supplement company... Alex Jones sells Alpha Brain and Neighbor Killer or whatever his fucking supplements are. He sells those. That's the company that did it. It had nothing to do with Elon Musk. He just made that shit up.
And Elon Musk pledged to leave Alex Jones in place. Well, the prosecutors didn't want that. They want Alex Jones out of business because he's the only one out there that's doing like I am and getting beat up every day for telling the truth.
And it honestly has nothing to do with the prosecutors. This is civil bankruptcy. It has nothing to do with the judge. The trustee accepted the bid from the Onion for $1.75 million in cash and future earnings brought back through the Sandy Hook families after Alex Jones gets done paying them.
So today was a hearing, and we thought that they were going to get a yes or no, up or down on what's going on. Well, apparently that didn't happen because I had it on for you guys. And of course I was in the middle of things crashing and people harassing and all that. And
things crashing, people harassing. I'm over here sashaying.
Really am sorry that I didn't get to cover it better, but I will know by tomorrow exactly what happened. I'll re-report it to you. But in the meantime, it looks to me like...
What's it look like? Tell me.
On the air. And of course, his show goes from 11 in the morning Central Time till 3 o'clock Central Time. And then it goes into replay. So it was rare for him to be on the air at 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock my time, which is when I go live. So I wanted to go live with it, cover it, so that we would be the first to know, so that you guys would be the first to know. So Alex is being completely harassed to be put out of business, and I know the feeling because the same thing is happening to me.
Okay.
And so I wasn't going to cover that today. All I was going to do was tell you guys how we're going to go over to Rumble starting. We were going to go tonight.
But fuck that. I'm exposing the Satanist.
I was going to do about 30 minutes on Facebook, and then I was going to say, okay, everybody, let's get off of here, and let me ask you guys all to go over to Rumble. Well, we're not going to go to Rumble tonight because it's already 8 o'clock my time, 8:15, and it's Johnny's back. Johnny, thanks for being here, buddy. We got it fixed. I figured out how to get around the problem. So here's the deal. Here's how we're going to do this starting tomorrow. I'm going to start doing my show at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern on Rumble tomorrow. What I'd like you guys to do tonight, if you already haven't subscribed to my Rumble page, the way to get there, trust me.
Now listen, here's how you drum up views for your song you launched 2 months ago, and it's only got 300 views on it. Here's how you drum up views. This is the easiest way. What would be the easiest way to get to Rumble? What would be the easiest way to get to Google? What's the easiest way to get to any website in the world? Type that motherfucker in or click a link. Not for Bert. The easiest way to get to his Rumble is to go to bertlynch.com, scroll down till you see his new music video, click on the new music video, that counts as a view, plus it's listed on the page, that counts as another view. Then once you get there, then you click his name, go to his main page, then you see if he's live, and if he's live, you click on his live video.
Is to go to Bert Lynch.
Okay.
BertLynch.com. There's Richie Gay on it. Hello, brother. How are you? Hey, I tried to find Jose, and I couldn't. So do me a favor and send me a link to him or something so I can friend him. That's his brother. Tell Jose that Hose B is looking for him. Anyway, so what you'll do, trust me, and I'm going to tell you why it's going to be easier to do it this way.
Okay.
Go to bertlynch.com, and on the home page, it tells you how you can go and listen to my new song that I just recently wrote called No Justice, Just Us. That takes you to my page.
Okay, that takes you to my page.
At the top of the page.
Once you get 2 views on my new song, then you can go to my page.
There's some links, and it also says Rumble. You can click on that one too. And this takes you directly to my page. Why am I telling you to do it that way? So you can see the pretty picture.
Exactly. Typically, in marketing or sales or whatever, when I was doing digital marketing for small businesses and car lots and shit, every time there's a step, you lose about half your people. So if you estimate you get like 100 people to click a link, the more information you ask them, the more steps you ask them to take, you lose about half of them. So like if you get 100 people to click a link and it instantly goes to what they want, then you get all 100 of them, right? But if you ask them to fill out their name and phone number, then you're going to lose about half of them. If you ask them to set an appointment to come talk to a dealer, you lose about half of them. If you ask them what their trade-in is, you lose about half of them. And each time it goes down.
Cheers. No, that's not why. Because I have hate groups that are trying to destroy me.
Okay.
And they have fake Rumble.
Fake Rumble.
That are not me.
Okay, let's check that out. So let's see. Bert Lynch. There are 2 pages that pop up. His and the Bert Lynch truth page. That's it. That's it, Bert. Every big podcaster has them. All the hate groups, there's hundreds of them. What?
Every podcaster has them.
Okay.
Martin has about a dozen of them. And they go on there and they try to use your name to sell stuff, or they go on there just to smear you. Because the left wants us gone, and they have recruited some people who are rhinos, Republicans in name only, who just are a bunch of attention whores.
Ooh, rhino attention whores. Talk about Marianne Man boobs.
Cannot stand to not be the center of attention, Kelly Roark.
Ooh, naming names, baby. Kelly Roark. Look at this. Look at this right here. Oh, let's zoom in. Wilbert. Attention whore. Wilbert. Ooh.
Sweeney, you asshole.
Bo Sweeney. You asshole.
All of these people. Sorry, I told you guys I wouldn't swear tonight, but I just changed my mind. And
you've been cussing all night, you fucking retard.
People are coming after me on a regular. And if you try to go and look for Bert Lynch on Rumble, you're going to stumble across those stupid sites.
We are rhinos, and we want Bert. Take it down!
And I hope that you'll be loyal enough to me to trust me when I tell you that they're full of crap.
Be loyal enough to just go the way I told you so you don't ever see this Bert Lynch truth page that literally has me on there lying to people and taking their money and false investments and calling people out and saying people are sexually attracted to me when I owe them money, and that's why I don't talk to them anymore.
And we're going to discuss that tonight. I'm going to address to some of you who don't know anything about it and some of you who do, because I'm an open book. I have been, and that's why it's...
I am he who cannot be named. If you say my name, I'm going to be there.
So easy to screw with me. And I'm going to let you guys know how it went down. Because I'm an open book. I have been, and that's why it's so easy to screw with me. I'm going to let you guys know how.
It's because he's an open book. That's why it's easy to screw with him.
But if you haven't already, subscribe to my page. There's only 209, I think, because I've only broadcast live on there once. I do archive a lot of my old shows.
Okay.
A couple of months worth of shows I have not archived.
Yeah, because you haven't been doing shows. That's easy. Don't archive the shows that you haven't been doing. Got it.
And I've done on Facebook. But I took those Facebook shows that got 2,000-3,000 views, moved them over to Rumble.
2,000-3,000 views in all my Facebook videos.
And many of them only have a half a dozen views. Some have 100 views because they didn't originate there. So
okay.
Going back and wanting to watch one of my old shows.
Origination affects views. Got it.
And they're there mostly for me so that I can go back and recall things that happened and make sure that I report it properly and those things. So it helps me and the few people that help me do this go back in the archives. And we made those archives public because that's what I'm about, is being out in the open. So, yeah. So just go to bertlynch.com and click on that Rumble link and you're there. And then just subscribe for me. Now, some of my contemporaries, some of the other truthers, quote unquote truthers, have 200,000 subscribers.
Okay.
That's great. And they get 60 or 70,000 views per episode. I look forward to the days when I'm doing the same.
I look forward to the days when I'm right there beside you. You've been trying for years, bro.
I promise you I'll get a haircut before then. Maybe go out in the sun and get a little sun. I'm looking too white. But other than that, I'm not going to change as far as the way I do things. I do have the studio working now to a higher standard.
He just wants a nice tan and a haircut.
That I set for myself, and that way I can cover other things for you. And for instance, I'll make an example right now for those of you that haven't been here before. We've been talking about Alex Jones, and now Alex is his website, and this is not necessarily directly Alex, but it's the people in his show. Let's just dip over there and see what they're talking about. Let's go.
Okay, we're back.
And I made a mistake. Here we go. Hi, guys.
MK Ultra style. And, a lot of what we've heard about him so far does correspond with a lot of that. And what we know about MK Ultra corresponds to that. I mean, MK Ultra was instrumental in the proliferation of acid and...
now, because I've watched this already today, I know they're talking about this shooter that we're...
Oh, you've already watched it?
New York City. That
makes sense.
And this guy was MK Ultra, I'm sure of it. And also, I'm going to tell you this. That's what they're talking about. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
Like I would probably say for Ted Kaczynski or other MK Ultra effects. And of course, if people don't know, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, confirmed
you guys watch this, I'm going to grab something to drink.
Program in Harvard when he was
like
16. It's not even disputed. Even the mainstreamers.
Well, that makes perfect sense already.
I'm thinking, and I'm pro psilocybin, I'm pro the ketamine therapy and all these alternative approaches to addiction and depression and PTSD. But when you're talking about psilocybin, it's kind of like a gun. It's something that's necessary and can be helpful and useful, but it's also very dangerous, especially if you give it to the wrong person. If you have somebody, for example, who has a predisposition to schizophrenia and you give them hallucinogens, it's way more likely that you're going to set off some sort of a psychological event.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just thinking that there's no way I can know for sure, but I bet he was in the study, and I bet you that he spun out as a result of it.
Oh, there's certainly a lot that he was in a study, a mushroom study, and he spun out because of mushroom studies.
And it corresponds with what we know about the timeline of his recent life. There's an article I was just reading saying that he was actually declared missing and reported missing by his mother a few weeks ago.
That I planned on covering today anyway. But I just wanted you to see. Here we go. And dip in now to anything on the internet and see it. And in the next few weeks, I'll be able to go live with television as well. And so by the time that the inauguration comes around, this will be the place. Because we'll be watching it live from all the different networks and covering it completely here on the Bert Lynch Show during the inauguration. We'll also do the same thing with New Year's Eve. And I had planned on singing for you guys tonight, but we'll do it tomorrow. I've got some Christmas songs for you. And every night from now until Christmas, I'm going to do at least one Christmas song on the show, possibly two, and find some great Christmas carols and sing them for you.
Perfect.
Because ultimately, folks, that's what I am.
That's what I've been waiting on.
I've worked as
honestly.
I've worked as a movie actor. I've been a stagehand for national touring acts. I've done anything that can be done in show business. I've done it. I did not become a superstar yet, but who knows? Willie Nelson didn't get his first single.
Yet. I've not become a superstar yet. He's going to say Willie Nelson didn't get his first hit till he's 60. That's a lie. Willie Nelson wrote a bunch of songs that other people sung, and then he was pretty famous by the time he was in his 40s.
Yet till he was 65. He got some hits that he wrote before he was 65, but anyway, that's just, I'll stand someday on a stage and say it only took me 50 years to become an overnight sensation. So we have the ability now, which, as I've said before, to be able to air all of these different stories. And I'm glad that we can do that, because there are things that I want to share with you guys. And I'm afraid that I because I had to restart the computer, I lost some of the storyline stuff that I was going to share. So we'll skip it tonight, and I'll bring it all back up. I'll bring it all back up in tomorrow's show. It'll be better that way.
Okay.
So again, someone sent a donation. I want to thank them for that.
Yeah, he was live on Rumble tonight.
And I'm going to not say your name when you do that. For the very simple reason that I do not want you to be harassed. Now, you're going to say, now, who would harass me? Well, we're going to cover that right now.
Wilbert.
While we were live earlier, and I was trying to get through all of these texts.
Now, listen, who called him while he was live earlier? Chat, guess who called? Guess who claimed to be calling while he was live earlier? Just guess. Who claimed to be calling him while he was live earlier? Texting him, texting his friends, calling him. Who was that, you think?
Technical problems. I started getting a text message at the same time.
Okay.
My friend Dana, who helps me do all this, got text messages, along with a couple of other friends of mine who I'm not going to mention, because, again, I only mention Dana's name because she's been on here as a guest, and everybody knows that she's my right hand when it comes to the computer stuff, and my best friend. But we started getting these text messages. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you, I had a big falling out with some people who invested in my show about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I decided, number one, I was not interested in being anybody's boyfriend, and one of my investors tried desperately to get me to take it further than just a monetary investment.
That was Kelly. Kelly. I'm just going to say it. That was Kelly.
Politely declined, because I've got 2 rules. Now, my first rule is I'm the only fat person allowed in the bed at the same time.
What? By the way, I was just joking. He just accuses all the women of trying to sleep with him. Obviously, none of the women were trying to sleep with him. They wanted their return on investment that he promised. But he says, I've got 2 rules. I'm the only fat person in the bed at one time. So you're just saying they were too fat?
Take it further than just a monetary investment. I politely declined, because I've got 2 rules. Now, my first rule is I'm the only fat person allowed in the bed at the same time. That was the first one right there. Secondly, I quit dating because of my promise that I made to God. And so I said no.
He promised God, if God healed him of his cancer, that he would be celibate forever.
And that person went, I'll get you. You'll come around. You'll eventually come around. I said, well, I'm glad you're a business partner, but no. Hi, Patsy Dooley. How are you, dear? And then I was touring around the country doing all of these patriotic events, and there was a whole lot of Q everywhere.
Q everywhere. Everywhere.
And the QAnons, the more I didn't like it. And I went on a show with a guy who had his own show and claimed to have millions of viewers.
Okay.
And they started with this QAnon this and QAnon that. And
Mike Penny.
the more I heard from them about it, the less I liked it. And so I made the decision that we were not going to preach, follow, or consider anything related to the 17 movement.
Okay.
On my show.
Ever.
And the 2 people that were my main support group, an investor and somebody who worked and invested too, neither one of them invested enough to be the only people that could help this project. Because at that time, we were going to be going live on SNTV. And we had a contract with SNTV that was...
And that was all bullshit. Every bit of that was bullshit.
Going to pay the company a lot of money, because my studio was not only going to be used for my podcast, but available in Las Vegas for anybody who needed to record a demo or shoot a podcast. It was multiple stages, and we worked very hard for a year building the studio. Many of you know what I'm talking about. Pictures of it can be seen on bertlynch.com. So these 2 people decided that, well, if you're not going to, the exact words, and I have it in a text message, so if you want to deny it, you're an idiot, and you're going to look like an idiot, and I can't wait to see you in a courtroom. But this person said to me, it doesn't matter if you believe in 17, you have to cover it and act like you do, because it's like a soap opera to us. And we live to see every day what is going to happen next. And you have to be the guy, or you won't have an
You have to be the Q guy and sleep with us.
Audience. And I said, then I won't have an audience. I'm not going to say things I don't believe just to get people to watch the show. Okay? I'm not doing it. Well, these 2 people that were involved in my company pulled the plug. And they got together and said,
you have to cover Q and sleep with us.
He made us invest, or he convinced us to invest, and we thought he was going to be a QAnon. And he's not a QAnon now. So we're going to destroy him. And that's what they went out and tried to do. They reached out to everybody, and they recruited people like Will Bird and Bo Sweeney, who are both jackasses.
Jackass! He said it. I didn't.
And they made it their life's goal to jerk me around on a regular basis by creating websites that are...
I don't know about that. And I didn't create a website.
That lie, by doing all this stuff. One of the shows that I was on was called Mike Penny.
I wouldn't jerk another man around. Remember, you're the only fat person in the bed.
A truther show. And I went on there about 4 times, and Mike Penny raised some money, because at that time I was struggling. I just overcome my cancer, and I was still dealing with my rehab, and I was trying to launch the show, and I wasn't working a job because I was going through rehab, and I was spending...
Can't hold a full-time job. We knew that.
And I had investors, and we definitely put money in it. We did. And we haven't lost that money. I'm still here.
If you invested, you're still going to get it. It's just been several years with zero return, even though he promised you a return within a few months.
I'm still fighting the fight. They left, but I didn't. And they're still trying to destroy me. So I went on this Penny show, and he played my song, Raise Up Old Glory, and he told his audience, if you want to make a donation, and if you want to make a donation, we will...
What he's about to say about Mike Penny is true. I was one of the first people to bring you this, that he lies. He absolutely 100% lies about how much money is made, and they take half of it. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Give it to Bert, and you can help him get through some rough times. Well, the person that was my so-called partner at that time was watching the show and taking notes. And Mike Penny read off a long list of all the donations that came in that night. So-and-so just gave $1,000. This person gave $500. This person gave $200. John, Luke, Mark, and Paul all gave $25 each. Okay, guys, I'm making up these names. And yes, that's a biblical reference. For those of you, if you're following along and you're taking notes. So at the end of the show, my Karen says, hey, he raised $62,000 for you.
Oh, my goodness.
$6,200 for you.
What?
$200. And I was like, well, that's amazing. So I thanked him, and I told him, I said, I'm happy to come back on your show. He invited me back to be a guest a few more times. And then their CFO of the little group contacted me and said, we're sending you a check, man. Where do we send it? I gave him an address. He sent me a check for $2,900. Half of what was raised.
Mm-hmm.
I showed a picture of the check to...
Only allowed to jerk myself around. That makes sense.
This woman.
Honestly.
She goes, well, you just got robbed, because I know how much he said was donated. What are you going to do about it? And I said, not a thing. It's been 3 years. I've not said this publicly. It's been 3 years. So a couple days later, a big storm hits Florida, hits my hometown, a big hurricane.
Okay.
It took out a bunch
Sounds good.
A bunch of stuff in Port Charlotte. And they have this guy on the Mike Penny show, calls himself... No, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not 100% sure he's the one that said it.
Yeah, you better not.
But somebody on that show claimed that the hurricane in Florida was fake, and it was a distraction to keep people from talking about 17 and everything that was going on. And in 2 more weeks, the military is going to put everybody in Guantanamo Bay, and all of this thing down in the hurricane's all a lie. It's not really happening. Nobody's gotten wet, and none of it's happened. And I text Mike Penny at the time. He would return my text.
As long as you're around, nobody's getting wet.
And I said, you got that wrong, man. My family's there. Venice, Florida was hit. Port Charlotte was hit. That's where I'm from. I said, I know everybody. I've talked to everybody down there. And he goes, get Bert an invitation to get on the show. And they logged me in, and I came on the show. I had it shaved in a week because I'd spent 4 or 5 days. And I said, just give me time to shave real quick, and then I'll come on.
And you don't have a job or a house. You're homeless. Yeah, that makes sense.
I got on the show because I'd spent days on the phone with my family because they had no power. They had all this. So I cleaned it up, and I told them, I said, you guys got this wrong. You can't be saying that. You shouldn't be saying that. You're misleading your audience. And I'm telling you right now, here's the facts. What was the last time I was ever on the show? They banned me from the show after that. Okay? And then I started talking to other people who told me, yeah, man, this other guy went on there and they raised some money for him and he didn't get his money either. So after a year or so, I reached out to some of the admins on that show and I said, hey, here's what happened. We don't believe you. That's not true. Mike would never do that. He would never do that. That's unbelievable. No. Okay. I said, all right, that's fine. I said, I'm having nothing more to do with you guys and nothing more to do with the 17 movement. And
right. Okay.
Yesterday.
That's why he left Q. He said he left Q because he didn't like the things in it and he knew it wasn't true. He could tell they were all liars, scammers, and cheaters. But really, it's because they only gave him half his money.
I got a text message from one of his admin. I'm not going to say her name because that's not how I roll. But
it's Bonnie.
What happened? And she said, I got to tell you, Bert, I owe you an apology.
She's contacted basically everybody after she left Mike Penny.
Turns out everything you told me about Mike was right. And we're all done with him, and we've all quit him, and he's losing all kinds of viewers. I'm telling you this for a reason. I'm not being vindictive. I'm telling you guys this for a reason. And we're not going to have anything to do with him. I just wanted to give you a personal apology. I said, well, that's great. And I said, apology accepted. You want to watch my show? You can. Come watch it. If you want to be a part of it, I'll have you on as a guest. You know, I could use some help down the road. I need other admins. I'm going to get on some other platforms. I need supporters. So welcome aboard. If you're and you're leaving the Q movement, good for you. Come over here to the sanity of real truth, not that crap they're making up about Guantanamo Bay and Trump being an actor and not a real person. She told me that he had put on the air that not only was the person playing Trump not Trump, but it's the same actor who played Elvis for
What? Wait. Hey. Where'd you... What? I thought we weren't going to have any more problems. Bert! Bert? Yeah, Hawk's a fucking loser to scammer, puppy mill to having... That dude's a fucking... I don't know. He's horrible. Hawk's mustard seeds. He literally just watches like 5 or 6 different shows a day and just steals every bit of their content. Sometimes he just gets up and leaves and has their shows play and gets the views from it. And it's people that are banned on YouTube, so he's making the YouTube money. So, of course, Bert lost all his sound. We'll sit here and watch him struggle with that. No more issues. That was the last issue. We got it all fixed now. I'm on a different internet. My landlord won't let me have my own internet, so I got to use the Wi-Fi with the rent. Can't afford it. So here we go. We'll see what happens. It basically just goes on like this for a while. We'll skip ahead. And then we'll finally go to attempt number 5. He's been trying to expose us all night. Him and Alex Jones turning the freaking frog straight. And day 5, or attempt number 5. We're back. Sort of.
All right.
Here we go.
We should be back live again. There we go. Should be able to see okay, and we should be back live. Come on back in, you guys. Again, apologies. I think there's a
he raises German Shepherds, I guess.
Software issue that I have to deal with. I'll do that tomorrow.
His house is usually disgusting, covered in fucking dog shit and stuff and piss in the background, and they're laying everywhere. He's got got like a ceiling cam so you can see all the dog shit in his house.
We'll get it back up and running. Because when I go over to Rumble tomorrow night, I want all of these issues to end.
Okay.
We will get.
This is to work out all the issues with Rumble, so tomorrow when we go on Rumble, there'll be no issues.
We will get through it, I promise. I'm going to jump over to the Alex Jones thing.
And race
war and
thank
God.
Viruses and the other.
We're back on Alex Jones here.
Back on.
Set up policy. And the next few belongs to the people that we were.
Okay, so we're back. And
okay, we're back.
My trusty little.
We had to wait for all 4 people to get back on the show. I didn't want to make this announcement with just nobody here.
Let me see here if I can just get that back. What we've done here is we dipped back in there, and clearly Alex Jones does not have an answer yet. And but I was able to at least decipher that much because of all the confusion that happened earlier. And I've got a lot of bells and whistles in here now that I haven't had for a long time. So do me a favor and somebody get in the chat room. Let me see what's happening here on the text end. Come here, buddy. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, let's see. You comfortable, little buddy? Are you comfortable? Let's see if we're on the air. It says we've got 8 people watching. I haven't seen anybody in the chat room yet. Look at Mr. Lazy. What are you doing, Mr. Lazy? This is Shadow, my trusted sidekick.
Oh. That cat fucking hates this guy.
Somebody say hello. So, hey, there it is. There's Lee Lane Peters. So we do have the room working again. All right, great.
Lane Peters.
So I've got Shadow, and we're going to wait for everybody to get back in. I know what we've got going on. I know what I've got to do to
know what I got to do.
But this little guy was crying and crying.
Spoiler alert. He didn't know what he had to do. Rumble was just as bad tonight.
Crying. He's tired of me not paying attention to him. So I brought him. He came over to me, and I grabbed him up for you guys so you can say hi to Shadow. Yeah, he's a good boy. 18 pounds of kitty cat. And just a little over 2 years old. Hey, you're a good boy. Your daddy loves you.
Bert fucks that cat.
Yeah, I do.
Allegedly.
Some girl looked at me the other night. I was talking about my cat. She goes, I don't think I could ever date a guy that owns a cat. I said, I don't think I could ever date a woman that judges a guy by what animal he loves. I tell you what, my cat's a lot more lovable than you are, lady.
Things that never happened?
You are, aren't you, buddy? He's such a good boy. He was over here. Dana was here last night helping me with this stuff, and he loves her to death. He was so happy to see Dana, weren't you? Yeah. He doesn't like strangers. Morning, Bert and Shadow. I guess it is officially morning now for you, right? Thanks for being up so late. And that's one of the reasons why we don't have too many people. Kathy and Glenn in Eastman, Georgia. All right. Yeah, we got a dozen or so. So maybe it's good luck that I brought the cat back. Maybe that'll be good luck. Everybody says black cats are bad luck, but this one's been good luck for me. Yes, he has. My boy. I could have got a dog. Then I would have had to walk him. All right, I'm going to put you down. You want to get down? There you go. I'll check out this logo, will you?
I told you. Oh.
It would help if I put the logo up over there, wouldn't it? All right, we're going to go ahead and just... We are learning. Check it out.
National Society, AI, slave grid completely.
So many things, so many bells, so many whistles. For those of you that are still in the room,
okay, here we go.
In here, yes, I guess it has gotten late back east, and so there we go. So I was trying to fill you guys in on what's been going on with all the problems and the harassment, and now that I've lost my East Coast audience, I think I've probably lost them all. Maybe I should just save it for tomorrow. So, yes, it's officially... I started at 6 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock, and I've not finished one single topic. All right, so the technical problems. Yes, please continue. Okay. So here's the deal. Some of the folks in the room that I don't recognize, but we are getting a group back. So we will stand by for that. And I've got a lot of stuff that I was going to cover tonight that I'm going to wait and just cover it tomorrow. So a preview of what we're going to talk about tomorrow is this slain CEO. Let me just tell you this part, okay? That CEO was in town to testify against a money laundering scheme that involved Nancy Pelosi.
No way.
He will never testify now because he gone. He's unallowed.
Ooh,
as they like to say.
That's awful.
You can't say that other word. I can't wait to be at the new Rumble show because they don't censor your language. This stupid network is so corrupted that I don't think it's savable. And I've been wanting to get off of it for a long time, but because of financial issues, I wasn't able to. And as you guys can see, I've got a lot of stuff going on that I have to... Nobody has said what? I've got a lot of stuff going on here that I just have to get used to again. It's been 9 or 10 months since I had the whole array in front of me. So let me give you a little layout rundown, maybe. No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we're going to cover in a few minutes. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get in the room. And then we're going to cover what happened tonight.
Okay.
The audio just got too loud. That's what that signals. See, now that I've learned that, let me see if I've got to address it. It's I popped a P in my pronunciation, and it clipped out the microphone, which it does.
So his claim is that OBS, by the way, this guy can't use OBS. That's what we're using here. But his claim is that OBS, when he has plosives, when the P sound pops in the microphone, it's called a plosive. When he has a P sound pop in the microphone, it cuts his stream off.
OBS is a free piece of software that all us podcasters are using in order to go online with. And it is problematic, to say the least. Oh, you hadn't heard? Nobody said that. Yes. He was going to be testifying against Nancy Pelosi and other congressmen for insider trading. Yeah, absolutely. Not the shooter, the guy that got shot. Okay, probably not allowed to say those words either. But hey, we're leaving. We're going to be gone from this site as of tomorrow. I'll only advertise the show, and I'll come on here to, to look at pictures of people's pets and that sort of thing. But I'm not going to do any more live shows over here.
And he's just here for the pets.
Starting tomorrow. So again,
fucking maniac.
BertLynch.com. You click on the Rumble tab or the Rumble invitation that's right in the middle of the screen. It'll tell you to go check out Bert's new song, what you can do.
Check out the new song. Got to get the views on the new song. That's the only way to find me on Rumble. It's impossible to get there any other way.
It's called No Justice, Just Us. And you're on my page. And all you have to do is subscribe. And then what happens is every day when I go live, you'll get notification in your email that I'm live. It won't come from Facebook. It'll come from your email. And it'll say, Bert is now live. At least that's what I've been told. And that's how we're going to try and do it. So we got about 100 people in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started and finish the story I was telling. So before we got knocked off by an OBS failure, Ann says they're praising that guy on social media. They are, because the left has decided that this guy's a hero for taking out a CEO of an insurance company. So yes, they've talked about how attractive he was and how good he looked with his shirt off. And listen, the leftards are insane. The Democrats have no common sense at all. The college
He also claims that Biden's been running around saying that he's going to pardon all the illegal immigrants.
educated crowd. Well, I was in college, but I was in college.
The libtards are insane.
30 years ago, and it was highly influenced by the left then, but now it's ridiculous. It's an indoctrination of young people, and they don't even realize that they've been lied to by their professors and taught to hate their country.
Oh,
and that's why most of your patriots are guys my age.
I was in Hate Your Country 101, and it was, you can imagine what the professors were saying.
Because we still love the place that allowed us to have freedom.
The freedom place. Makes sense.
What I was saying about this whole thing with this Mike Penny and cheating me out of money that was donated, and he's doing it to everyone else, and he's done it to multiple people. So his admins started quitting in the last couple of weeks. And one of them called me yesterday, to tell me, I owe you an apology. You were right. I should have listened. This guy's become a crazed 17 nut job, and I can't follow him anymore. And this person worked for him for years. And she informed me that multiple people have done the same. And that all the things that you said were happening to you based on Mike's involvement and Mike's listening to the haters that were coming after me and believing them over me. She goes, you were right about all of it, and I'm really sorry. Well, I accepted her apology, and I thought it was cool. And like I said earlier, I invited her to invite her friends and come be a part of the show. Well, then a coinkydink happened. And quite honestly, I don't believe in coinkydinks. Today, all the people that were harassing me back in April.
So somehow he's tied together that one of Mike Penny's old mods called him or contacted him somehow and said, I'm sorry, you were right about Mike Penny. And him getting random phone calls and text messages are tied together because he doesn't believe in coinkydinks.
Showed back up tonight during this show. When I say all the people, I mean the major harassment that went on. And I just happened to tell her yesterday how they got me kicked out of 3 different hotels by letting the hotel front desk know that I had an animal in my room when hotels don't allow that. And
we got him kicked out of his hotel because he's in a hotel with a cat.
At the time, I was homeless, and so the only place I could rent were hotel rooms because no one would
which is kind of amazing.
Rent to me because of the eviction I didn't even deserve back in January. So, coincidentally, today, when the show started, here comes those typical jerks harassing me and my closest friends.
All
right,
those jerks. What'd they do?
In the middle of all these problems I was having, I'm getting text messages. We're the marshals, federal marshals, and we're coming to arrest you. You're a fraud and a con man.
We're the U.S. Marshals, and we're coming in. Send text.
And we know your address, and they did know my old address. They don't know my current one, but they knew my old address.
Ooh, the old address. That's it. Yeah, everybody knows the U.S. Marshals text you.
From a few weeks ago. And I told this person yesterday that I knew how they were getting my address.
Oh. So let's let him describe to us how AI doesn't work.
And there's an algorithm out there that...
Wrong. Already wrong. He thinks that there's an algorithm, whatever the fuck that means, that you can take someone's Facebook picture and it'll tell you exactly where they're at with 100% accuracy within a couple seconds. Still, to this day, most photos, if the metadata is stripped out of it, all that shit is done by fucking legwork, right? Like the way we traced you down in every hotel was just looking at a bunch of fucking hotels, looking at a bunch of shit in the background.
Allows you to take a photograph, any photograph that you have of any room in a hotel or in any public place, basically, or any landmark outside, even so much as just a swimming pool, and you can run this algorithm, and within seconds, it will tell you where you are.
Within seconds, any picture in the world, within seconds, if there's a background in it, it'll say they're right here at this hotel room. We were comparing light fixtures and shit, you dumbass.
Tell you where that picture was taken. It's very, very scary to know that. But if you...
Especially because it doesn't exist. Almost every social media site where you upload any fucking picture, it strips the metadata to protect you from that.
Have haters, and you're posting pictures out in your driveway, and you don't even have to take a picture of your house. You can take a picture of your neighbor's house. Within seconds, these hacker people, these attackers,
these hacker attackers
know exactly where you're standing. And
no, doesn't work that way.
So for the last 6 months, I've posted no pictures of my locations.
Okay.
That's why I have this backdrop up right here, so you can't see what my wall looks like. Well, unfortunately, a couple of days ago, I posted a picture of my equipment, the way it was set up a few weeks ago in my other room.
Okay.
And all of a sudden today, my haters know my address again. I took the picture.
Ooh.
And by the way, you jerks.
We know your address already. This address, the previous address, we know them all. Fucking retard.
I'm not there anymore. So whoops. But here's what's happening, you guys. They really think they're smart. They really think they're slick. But I got news for you. You don't have the IQ I have.
You don't have the IQ I have.
I may not have Trump's IQ, but I sure got one higher than yours. And I'm not talking
I don't even know if you'd beat Trump, to be honest with you.
about my audience. I'm talking about these jerks. I immediately spotted some things in these text messages. Misspelled words.
Everybody knows the marshals use spell check. You didn't have to notice anything in the fucking text message. Why would the U.S. Marshals text you, you fucking retard? I immediately spotted some misspelled words, some stuff not capitalized, some pictures from Google. Yeah. Or the gigantic, glaring issue that the U.S. Marshals wouldn't text you.
Grammar. And actually voice to text that was just the wrong word. But it supposedly was coming from a U.S. Marshal saying, we are coming to arrest you now. First of all, they wouldn't do that.
Oh, there you go. Actually, that was second of all, because you said the grammar was the first issue, you fucking retard.
And secondly, they wouldn't misspell their text message, and they wouldn't text you and tell you they're doing that. But these people that I told you about, I popped my P again, and it shut off my video. It's crazy. This software is...
He pops his P, and it shuts down his video for plosives.
So sensitive. It came back on as soon as I popped my P, but see, I have to talk across the mic so that doesn't happen.
Okay.
As soon as you clip into the red, this system down in front of me shuts off. And what that means is I'm not paying enough attention.
You're so fucking dumb, dude. You're so fucking dumb. That software, your mic clips and it shuts off your video feed.
Attention to the VU meters that control my volume. And that's because some of you complain about the volume level. And as a result of that, I'm trying to push it to its limit.
It's your fault, chat.
One can hear fine. So, but that's okay. I will get used to it. And like I said, this first couple of shows will be when I fine tune these things that will stop happening. And I can see, I can keep track of it. But when I spend a lot of time looking at the camera and not looking at the equipment, I get a little bit lost in it. And when I become more successful, someone else will be hired to run this. And I'll just
pop this pussy like this. Yin Yang Twins and Yin Yang Twins and Bert's BIH.
Now we just can't do that here. So this person sends me a text message, and they knew my address at my former residence, all the way down to my apartment number. And
well, how do they know your apartment number? That's weird. Oh, you said it on a live stream?
And that's because they've been watching my show, and I mentioned my apartment number a while back.
They even knew my apartment number. Yeah, you said it, you fucking idiot.
Just the number. But that's how obsessed they are. Anything they can get on me, and Bert
can barely fucking read. Bert's not even hooked on phonics.
These fake sites, and they make up all these lies. Okay, here's the deal, you guys. If anybody out there who invested in this show thinks I stole...
Here you go. If anybody who invested in this show 2 fucking years ago, and I promised you returns by the end of the year, made all these promises about making you wealthy and ad revenue that'd be $20,000 per show and pay everybody back, and you'll get checks by, Christmas, you could just sue me.
From them, take me to court, you asshole. Stop.
For what? You're in a fucking halfway house, bro. Are they going to take your cat? Your big goofy ass fucking flag behind you?
Talking about it and fucking do it. Because you won't. Because you know I didn't.
Sorry, I promised I wouldn't cuss this show.
Didn't do anything wrong. You quit. I didn't kick you out. You quit. And you'll get paid when everybody else gets paid. But you're last on the list, not first, because you flipping quit.
Flipping quitter. Bunch of bitchers.
But go ahead and keep spreading your lies. They contacted friends of mine tonight who sent me screenshots. So I said, okay, let's examine this text message that you got.
Okay.
Mispronounced words. Look at the
mispronounced words in a text message. Guy's a genius. Look at the mispronounced words that are in text format.
And so I said, okay, let's examine this text message that you got. Look at the mispronounced words. Look at the improper grammar. Grammar of an 8th grader, Bo Sweeney, you jerk.
Oh, Bo! Why'd you do it, Bo? I didn't even know. Bo Sweeney is a weird name for you. Is it Marshall Sweeney? It's kind of hard to say.
And Karen. See, I'm calling y'all out now because I
and Karen.
Dare you to flip and take me to court. I dare you. I will destroy you in court. I will make a fool of you, and I'll play it on my show. I've done nothing wrong.
I'll do it.
The things that you're accusing me of.
I'll do it.
I won't even have to hire an attorney. My case is that strong that I could represent.
Well, you can't afford a place to live. How the fuck would you hire an attorney? Bo is the guy who's trying to donate to Bert, but he couldn't figure out the app to donate and just wanted to send him money. And Bert flipped the fuck out when he was drunk one day and cussed him out.
Myself and beat you. But they're sending text messages tonight to my friends who are freaking out.
My name is Karen for We Are Many.
They're coming over to arrest you now. Anybody in here that knows anything about law enforcement knows they don't do that.
Oh, anybody that knows anything about law enforcement knows that they don't do that. Yeah, no shit. No shit.
But these people, if they could, they would have me SWAT teamed. And that's
SWAT teamed. If they could, they would have me SWAT teamed. You mean swatted?
Happening to the big stars, to the big podcasters. It happened to a bunch of them. They would call in and say that there's this and that and the other thing going on at that property, and there's shots fired, and I guess I'm probably not allowed to say that word on this site.
Whew. Stupid Facebook.
And on top of me getting knocked off the air, I had to deal with that. And folks, I'm going to be honest with you. A lesser man would have quit this crap.
He's just so tough. He's just so tough. A lesser man wouldn't come on here every day for 3 viewers and 6 comments. I'm just so tough and have nothing to do because I can't hold a job or a home.
But I lost my ability for 2 years to perform on the Strip when I got throat cancer. And I got injured in the surgery and lost some of the use of my left arm.
Oh.
Oh, no. 2 years ago that I wasn't sure if I would ever play guitar again.
Oh, my God.
Ever do stunts. I'll never be able to do stunts again. Of course, at my age,
I'll never be able to do. World-renowned stuntman Bert Lynch. What stunts are you doing, bro?
Would want to.
I'd be stunting like my daddy.
But there was a time a couple of years ago that I didn't think I would ever be up to going back on stage. Now,
oh, no.
Some weight. Which means it's a little harder for me to move around. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. You've definitely gained. Look, I can see it in your jowls. Which chin are we looking at, Bert? Chin's up.
I'm 235 pounds, but I should be walking.
I'm not obese. I'm 235 pounds. Bert Lynch claims he's 235.
I would ever play guitar again. let alone ever do stunts. I'll never be able to do stunts again. Of course, at my age, who would want to? But there was a time a couple of years ago that I didn't think I would ever be up to going back on stage. Now, I've gained some weight, which means it's a little harder for me to move around. I'm not obese.
I don't know, 4 foot tall. If he's being honest, he's 235. He's 4 foot tall.
235 pounds, but I should be walking around at 185. So it's a little tough. The exercise and that sort of thing wears me out at my age. And the fact that my arm is not what it used to be. 5 years ago, I could bench press 300 pounds. Now
I could bench press 300 pounds. What I tell you about people who use round numbers when they're talking about their lifts, why would you not say I could bench press 300 pounds? Why does no one say I would bench press 300 pounds? Because it's not easy to get to 300 pounds on a bar, right? You got 45. That's the bar. You add another 45 on each side. That's 195 or 135, right? Then you go 225. Then you go 315. But even if you say, well, he didn't have 3 plates on there, he had 35s on there, that's 305. Anybody who actually lifts would never say, I can bench press 300 pounds. They would say 305. Or they'd say 315. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's not easy to get to exactly 300 pounds, so no one benches 300 pounds. We'll get some fucking 2.5s and put on there? No. You use 45 plates, 35 plates, 25 plates.
don't know that I could get 100 pounds off the bench. I haven't tried. I know that 2 years ago, I couldn't pick up a gallon of milk with my left arm.
Ooh.
Let alone try to...
Imagine him with a fucking gallon of milk dragging the ground, a guitar in one hand, and doing barrel roll. Do a barrel roll!
Play my guitar. That's changed. I'm using my arm a lot better now. I can move it in every direction. I've got full rotation, which the doctor said I would never have. They also said if I didn't do chemo and radiation, I'd be dead. That was 4 years ago, and they lied. Because that's a stream of income.
I haven't bench pressed in, God, it's probably been 5 years ago. Maybe even longer than that, 6, 7 years ago. But I had to prove to my nephew I could still do 315. It almost killed me, but I got it. 1 rep.
Come for them. They need me to do that radiation. But I refused it. So these haters, I blocked that jerk with the Texas number.
Blocked the Texas U.S. Marshals.
One of my friends a picture of a U.S. Marshals badge.
It's funny they thought it was real. They were in panic mode.
I told my friend, and my friend is smarter than I am, I said, Google that. Go Google U.S. Marshals badge and see how long it takes you to find that picture. She texts me back. She goes, the first image. I went, there you go.
She thought it was real.
Damn image. They also put an image of the hotel that I was staying in a while back.
Ooh.
You can Google that too. These same people one time said they were sitting in front of my house, sent me a picture. I was at a bar. It was a Monday night. I was watching a football game. We're at your house right now, and we're coming to get you. I looked down at it, and I showed it to my friend next to me. I said, look at that picture. I said, what do you see about that? And she said, there's a watermark in the corner. Blow it up. Oh, it says Google Earth.
That's the algorithm they use.
But yet this is the kind of crap. They have no lives. And so if you're one of my friends who got a text message tonight, or who's going to get one, or going to get a private message on Messenger, remember what I'm telling you now.
Remember.
Low IQ, bored to death idiots that want to take me down because I won't follow the QAnon movement, and because
you won't sleep with them.
I kicked a lady to the curb who wanted to be my girlfriend, and I'm not interested in a girlfriend. That's where it started. The tension started there.
Okay.
Her exact words to me were, with my connections and my money and your talent on the camera, as a power couple, we can take over the truther movement. I have that in it.
That's what she said. With you on the camera and on the microphone and my connections, we'll be the next QAnon power couple.
Text. And I said, I'm not doing the QAnon thing in order to get popular.
So they wanted him to cover Q, and they wanted him to fuck. That's all they wanted.
And that's when she blew up in my face. And now we had arguments. I asked her to stop chatting in my chat room. She was dominating the chat room, driving everybody crazy. Somebody would ask me a question, she'd answer it. I said, stop doing that. Well, I'm just trying to help. Well, you could.
I've never seen somebody only have 3 or 4 people talking in the fucking chat and micromanage the fuck out of it. Like, I know my mods, when people are like arguing, they'll be like, hey, stay on topic. Hey, back to the show. Hey, blah, blah, blah. But he why aren't you, there should be people in the chat tell me right now if the audio is good or bad. You got to update me every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds. The only way I guess there's nobody in there. I guess I'll just shut it down. The fuck?
With the money that you've invested, you are helping, and you can help in a lot of ways. But this woman is a control freak and has to have her nose in everything, and she has to act like she knows everything that's happening in the chat room. I watched her one time when she didn't understand something that was going on in Brad Barton's chat room.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but it had something to do with, I know what it was, because I'm smart like that. It had to do with the Q.
By the other woman that he puts down all the time that passed away was literally his tech person.
Streaming service. And she was in the room, and I was too. She didn't know I was there. Or maybe she did, because I had said,
she didn't know.
Brad. This was when
maybe she did.
Quit talking to me because
we don't know.
I'm a bad guy. Brad, shame on you for not getting my side of the story. I thought you were a better man than that. But apparently, you're letting these clowns talk you into that. I saw you double down on QAnon the other night, too. Brother, come on. You're making plenty of money. You don't have to do that. But, hey, why don't you call your old friend Bert and let's chat? No, you probably won't, but there it is. It's out there in public now for the first time. But she was in his chat room, and he's talking about Q, and she goes, somebody explain to me what this Q thing is. I don't know what this is. And so somebody sent her a thing, and it said, you put it on a thumb drive, and you stream it, and then you only pay $60. And
well, none of that's right, but okay.
2 minutes later, somebody said, I don't understand what the Q thing is. And here she comes, acting like she knows the whole damn thing from beginning to end. And every time somebody would ask a question about Q, she'd answer it. And I'm thinking to myself, 30 seconds ago, you didn't know what it was. But you can't stay out of the spotlight. Be in the middle of everything.
Now that does make sense.
And it got old, and I got tired of it. When I asked her to stop, she flipped out and lost her mind. So I noticed the other day, Brad had an event a few weeks ago, and he let her be in charge of the tickets. And I thought to myself, you getting ready to learn something, brother? Yeah,
you're going to learn today.
Turn out good for you. I know he ended up couldn't go to part of it because he had a death in his family. But if you tell the truth, I guarantee you got sick and tired of being sick and tired around that woman. She uses her paraplegic daughter as a way to get attention. 100%. And I've got that in writing too. Oh, they all love me. They let us sit down front because she's in a wheelchair. And they all come over and visit with us because they love her. And I can make contacts constantly with everybody. And they always remember me because of my precious daughter. Her daughter is precious. But she uses it to the max.
Imagine even bringing this up. Imagine being a grown-ass man and even bringing this up.
Because she's an attention whore. And she's got to dominate my room. She's a recruited Bo and Will and Aaron. But, I mean,
Wilbert.
Kelly died. Kelly died with hate on her tongue for somebody she'd never met in person because of the crap you spread, lady. And I'm challenging you right now. I know you're watching. Stop it. Get right with God.
You're being challenged. Get right with God.
Because you ain't running me off. I ain't leaving. Folks, I'm going to become successful at this. It's going to get big. I don't see anybody in the chat room. I hope you guys are all still there. It's going to get big because you have no idea what's getting ready to happen. I've got something big getting ready to happen in a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe even before Christmas. Millions of people. Yeah. So if you guys are in the room, let me know. Somebody say hi. Something, anything. But you tried today to sabotage me, and you did to a point. It was either Bo or it was Will or one of Will's minions. You guys are in a cult.
Bo or Will or Will's minions. You guys are in a cult. You guys know you're in a cult.
You guys are a bunch of cult followers.
Cult.
And I've got people lined up.
It's cult with a K, though, because we're not like Kool-Aid cult.
When I get over to Rumble tomorrow, that if any crap starts, you're going to get blocked immediately.
Blocked immediately.
I've got more than...
He even looked up Cold Beer Confessional on Facebook and blocked that account today. He doesn't know I got burner accounts on top of burner accounts for Facebook.
And if we're able to carry off what we want to do, you'll make one comment and then you'll be gone. This room is for people who are patriots. I didn't mean to bring all that drama to this today, but I had to. Looks like I fixed the streaming problem, I hope, and we'll deal with it. But so that's going to do it for tonight. I had planned on launching on Rumble, but we'll do it tomorrow night. You guys look for me tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I'll post.
We'll do it live.
An ad. Somebody,
Wilbert,
and anybody, just tell me you're still there.
He had a full-on meltdown trying to cover Alex Jones and not brushing his hair. He asked everybody for money. I've seen the proof of him hounding fucking Marianne Man Boobs when she's like, I don't have money to pay my bills. And she's like, well, you could at least send $1.
That I'm on the air.
Fucking crazy.
But I don't know if you guys are here. Anybody have any questions they need me to answer before we say goodnight? I do see there's a delay. It's probably about 30 seconds delay. All right, the only person making any comments is Ann Gallagher, and she stopped talking too. It's late over there, and she may have...
He doesn't have a single viewer. He doesn't have a single viewer to comment.
Decided to take the rest of the night off. I appreciate all y'all being here tonight. Thanks for coming in. Those of you that are here now, there's about 150 people. I'm gonna sign off, and we'll start all over again tomorrow. We'll take another run at this.
Wilbert.
As the old saying goes, if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise. All right, everybody. I'm gonna say good night. You guys take care.
There you go, everybody. Bert's back. Bert's back and on top of it, guys. Don't worry about it. He was even Christmas caroling tonight. Oh, that's the Bert Lynch Truth page. Let's go to the regular page. Take 4.
Low battery. If you have sagging skin.
If you comment, he blocks you.
I'm a 50-year-old.
I've never seen you in here before, so you get blocked.
How old?
No camera. No camera.
And Dana, you can text me. It says a total of 13. I think with 13 people watching, that's what that means. This is welcome to my new studio, everybody. I'm sorry about all the problems.
That probably means 130.
The last 2 days trying to make this happen. It's just me and Dana. As soon as of course, there's going to be another bug. Another bug. Let me see.
Why does he look terrified when he sings? He either looks like he's got 2 singing faces, one where he's terrified and one where you should be terrified.
Your Christmas is be you Merry Christmas, everybody. And I hope that came out okay. I saw no chat at all in the room, but I certainly hope that you guys like that. Maybe somebody can tell me if they even heard me singing, because I think you did. I'm seeing nothing.
Hey there, fellow Americans.
Hey!
It's that magical time of year again. Christmas.
Fuck Christmas. Bah humbug.
And I am going to do some Christmas music and everything.
I only call it Xmas because I'm a socialist liberal.
So, I'm going to write something in this chat room just to make sure you guys are there, okay?
He looks like a man that has a full pair of socks. That's true.
A sound engineer, a video production editor, an announcer, and no makeup. Those that we have the chat room working, because I do see that I texted in and one person did say you are live. So we finally figured out, listen, folks, this is hard stuff. And what I have added to this show so that I can do that music.
Incredibly hard and amazingly hard. It's almost like there isn't thousands of people out here doing it every fucking day. I can add music. I can fucking sing. I can get my mic to work and videos to play. Look, I even green screen myself in here. It's incredibly hard. There's like 2 people on the planet that know how to do this, guys.
I can share other information with you is national level equipment. And normally there would be 10 people in this studio doing what I...
Normally it'd be 10 people doing this. It's wild.
A cameraman, a lighting guy, a sound engineer, a video production editor.
What live streamer or even podcaster at any level short of like national syndicated like Joe Rogan has a sound engineer and a cameraman and a lighting guy and a fucking grip and get the fuck out of here, dude.
An announcer and no makeup because I don't have a makeup artist, and that's the one thing so we skip that part. So anyway, I'm not seeing any chat in the room at all, and no one's texting me, so I can only go by the fact that most of the folks are going to sleep. But I see 40 people in the room.
The bags under his eyes are so deep, it looks like he's getting ready to sprout another set of eyeballs.
And I'm told by people of experience,
like some shit off D&D or something,
that Rumble does the same thing that Facebook does in the respect of telling you how many people are actually watching. Merry Christmas, good song. Dean Simmons. That was Dean Martin, but yeah, enlarge the size of the chat so I wouldn't have to put on my glasses in order to read it. So we'll see. I think maybe I can do it this way. Let's try. I bet this works. Watch this. Let's see if I did anything. Oh yeah, there we go. I did it. I'm getting better at this. Folks, I am, my knowledge of computers goes strictly based on music. For 30 years, I have done MIDI, musical instrument digital interface with computers, all the way back to using DOS.
So oh my goodness.
I use certain computers, certain programs, but they're all related to music. This video stuff is all brand new to me.
I can't use video computers. Those are different computers, you know. The computers they make music on nowadays and video computers, different computers.
But they've never come that fast when I had a house. But you live in an apartment complex that's got 300 units in it, and apparently they come in a hurry. I didn't know that, but they came, but it was at 4 o'clock. I'm trying to get ready for a 6 o'clock show. And so he came in here, and we did an hour of troubleshooting. And what he explained to me was because I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm going to have to use my hotspot for one computer and my apartment building Wi-Fi for another computer. you can't say anything on Facebook without getting in trouble. I'll never do another live on Facebook unless it's just a short live
ever
or today, rather, out of my messenger. And when I went,
he'll be back on Facebook in a week.
To look for it again, it took me.
Can't fit in those jeans. Be careful with beans.
Yeah, Bert.
Let's talk about beans.
Can't fit in your beans jeans.
Hour to find this clip. So they're trying to hide it, and I'm going to prove that to you by sharing this.
They're trying to hide this clip. It took me an hour to get it.
So here, let me get my mouse over so you can go along. Jamie Raskin didn't say Democrats wouldn't certify. Here's another one. That's from factchecker.org. That one was a YouTube. 10 Tampa Bay says Jamie Raskin did not say. Okay, you guys see it. Fact checker says Raskin did not say he won't be certifying the election. Here's Reuters. Fact check. Quote on refusing to certify Trump election. A quote about certifying the election. Donald Trump has been falsely attributed to Democrats. Falsely attributed to Democrats. Listen, I'm going somewhere with this, you guys. Okay, Jamie Raskin. This is YouTube again. News Nation. Here's another one. So they're trying to hide it. That's my point. Okay, you guys understand where I'm coming from with that? They're trying to hide it. That's my point. And we're gonna take that down. I'm pretty sure I want to take it down that way. Yep. And there. So now let me bring you back over here, and I'm going to show you something else. Get ready to go. What the f? What the f am I watching here? Okay. So folks, take a look. That guy right there holding the microphone. In case you don't know it, his name is Jamie Raskin. Okay. Now let's just listen to what Jamie has to say. Remember what I just showed you about all those Google searches? You guys ready for this? I'm ready. Let's just check it out.
And it's not until the Warren Court for a couple of decades with the white primary cases and Brown versus Board where you get a different kind of Supreme Court on the side of the freedoms and equality of the American people. But the court is not going to save us. And so that means the only thing that really works is people in motion amending the Constitution. But again, it's necessary, but it's not sufficient because what can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6th, 2025 to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in civil war conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, so simply do not want to do their job and interpret as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6th, 2025 to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in civil war conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, simply do not want to.
Well, so he didn't say he wouldn't certify the election. That's the exact quote you looked up.
Do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new center so we can bring that back to life, even as we're continuing to amend the Constitution, as Professor Hassan has invited us to do.
But he didn't say it, okay? Because they said it on the internet.
Let me start by just asking, because you've written 3 books about Donald Trump. You've written.
He said it would be to us to let him know that he's disqualified, if that's the case.
Oops, sorry about that. That was a little more than we wanted there out of that clip, but that's okay. Like I said before, it's going to take me.
And he said multiple times that he believes that Donald Trump is disqualified.
The time to get used to how I'm going to move that in and out. So there you go. You cannot trust.
Through the 14th Amendment, like he just said there.
You see on the internet. I don't see anybody making comments or anything.
Where did he say that he wouldn't certify the results?
I'm sure there's people out there, but there you can't trust.
Or that we wouldn't certify the results, or Democrats wouldn't certify the results.
So we just heard him say it, but yet all these other outlets are saying, no, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. So that's what they said about 6 feet. That's what they said about wearing a mask. I just said mask. I can also say dead. I can say some people die. Can't say that on Facebook either. But yeah, so I just thought I'd share with you the fact that when I went looking for it, the first time it took me 10 minutes to find it. Now it's taken about almost an hour. And so they're scrubbing it from.
Well, you're typing in the wrong thing. You're typing in Ruskin says he won't certify the election. I just typed in Jamie Ruskin Trump disqualified, and all the quotes pop up. Every video. Everything pops up. It was from February of this year, by the way.
From the internet. But that is what they plan to do, folks, so get ready. They do plan to try and stop on January 6th. They're going to try and do exactly what they accused Trump of doing. Now, is it going to work? They're hoping that we will burn and riot like Black Lives Matter and all that are going to do this weekend, because that's what they're going to do this weekend.
Okay.
That's what they're hoping we can do so that they can declare martial law.
I'm going to be there this weekend.
Sworn in. Let me see who this is. What is this?
It's a martial law plan.
Friend, because I'm not seeing that chat room do anything at all. I haven't been on in a long time, and it's exactly what they accused Trump of doing. Now, is it going to work? They're hoping that we will burn and riot like Black Lives Matter and all that are going to do this weekend, because that's what they're going to do this weekend. That's what they're hoping we can do so that they can declare martial law before Trump is sworn in, and then cancel the swearing in of Donald Trump. Folks, I'm telling you, that's
okay. Under martial law.
Been on in a long time, and but that's it. That's what's going to be happening.
Is that what Brad's friend DC is saying?
And they have not changed their minds on this. I'm getting harassed from people who think they know more than they know, and I'm just going to ignore that.
I thought you were blocking numbers, bro.
I just don't care. Okay, so now I'm getting some noise, and I'm hoping that that's going to go away. So I don't know if our friends Robert and Hilda Land are in the show tonight. I don't know if they were able to stick around.
The 2 people that always watch his show.
But maybe they'll watch the replay if they're not here.
And Ann Gallagher.
And that's it. Give my condolences. I did call them the day that it happened. But earlier in the week, our friend Robert and Hilda lost their beautiful bunny, and they love that as much as we love.
Condolences.
Our cats, our dogs, they love that rabbit.
Our little Rosie passed away tonight at 6:40 p.m. She was lying in her cage on her side and her head to the side. I picked her up and checked for her breathing. I saw her side go up and back down while I held her. She gave one last twitch of her tail and then passed while I held her. She had uterine cancer. We will miss her greatly. We will be having her cremated as soon as we can. Talk to her doctor to find out where she can get it done and what it will cost. Rip our little Rosie. Damn it. You know what they say? That Stu Peters documentary died suddenly.
And I had a couple of them, actually, and they're just as lovable as cats are. And they steal your heart just like any other animal. So our condolences go out to Hilda and Robert for the loss of Rosie. She passed away at 6:40 p.m. Robert said she was lying in her cage on her side, and her head was on the side, so he said he picked her up to check for her breathing and saw her side go up and back, and then she passed while he was holding her. And that's just so sad. Post on Facebook and she got a lot of spunk. And when I was over there earlier this year, sometime around, I think, and for
got a lot of spunk.
She got a lot of spunk. And when I was over there earlier this year, sometime around, I think it was around October, Thanksgiving or Halloween time, I fed her from the table, and Dana jumped all over me. You don't feed my cats from the table, because now they'll ask for food from the table every day. I said, I'm sorry, I'm used to giving my cat whatever he wants. And so then for a few days, she fussed at me. Every time I go around, she wanted me to feed from the table. And then she took her in for a routine checkup and found out that the poor thing has cancer. She's been losing weight because of it, and that they're recommending she put down. So Dana has decided to feed her from the table anytime the little baby wants to. And they're waiting for Dana's son, who actually brought the cat home, to show up.
Just wait till your animal gets cancer, then feed them.
And then they're going to have to take her in and say goodbye to her. So that's very sad. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to let you aggravate me. So I'm going to see.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm going to have to hire some people. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. Right now,
I'm going to have to hire some people. What do you say about hiring people?
All right, so I've got some people.
The two people that watch him, Robert and Hilda Land.
Trying to help me from a distance, but at some point in this production, I'm gonna have to hire some people, and so we'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, talking about these drones. The crazy part about this is
now he needs more donations, guys, so he can hire people. Dude, I put on a show that's orders of magnitude better production than yours, and do it by myself every fucking night with hardly any hiccups. What do you need to hire people for?
That I felt like Alex Jones had mentioned that there was something weird going on with these drones, and I pulled the wrong story. Hang on a minute, put that back. And until the ranchers started complaining about it, nobody even noticed. Well,
the New Jersey ranchers.
Here's the funny part, and see what we think.
In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people, and from very high sources, very.
Here's a question. Aliens are all over New Jersey. Right? Aliens from outer space. Why do you think aliens from a different planet would have the FAA required marker lights on their aircraft? Just a question.
Qualified sources, very responsible sources. I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contained.
Why would a foreign government trying to sneak drones into our airspace have the FAA required marker lights on their drones? Do you think if it's a foreign adversary that's trying to do something bad, you think it's an alien from a different fucking planet, you think they would have strobe lights and marker lights that just happen to be required by our Federal Aviation Administration on their craft?
Contains these drones. I'm going to tell you the deal.
Why wouldn't they just turn off the fucking lights?
It's off the East Coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones. It's everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability. It could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they will let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody in an adversarial country doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some...
Who's his source? Tory says.
Obvious that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran. They should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal. The military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this.
It's not a foreign adversary. And it just because he says if it was our own government, they would tell us, that's not true. I still think it might be a penetration test, red testing, red team, a red cell, whatever you want to call it. And then probably hobbyists jumping on the bandwagon.
Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern...
Bro, my drone can do over 100 miles an hour. So, or it could do probably close to 100 miles an hour. If you saw my drone with nothing for reference, and it was, let's say, 60 feet above you doing 100 miles an hour, but you thought it was 160 feet above you, it would look gigantic.
Seaboard and launch drones,
especially moving that
into
fast.
the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home, also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen. That capability exists. It's possible some of those drones are here. So I have two questions. How are they fueling them? They have to land somewhere. Drones don't fly forever. Why don't they down the airspace? Yes, it's inconvenient. Yes, it's the holidays. Shut it down.
Not many people know this, but right before Trump left office, he left open an iron.
If you start shooting things,
If they actually thought it was that big a deal, they would shut down the airspace, right? They'd shoot everything out of the fucking sky.
Explosions. This isn't like one spy balloon. Congressman, this is serious.
We've got to bring them down, and we've got to find a way to bring them down. I don't know exactly what's going on with this information. And again, this isn't just Jeff Andrew Lowitz, let's get on our show and say something outrageous. I'm telling you a straight deal from very high-positioned individuals who are telling me this. And the bottom line is they're launching them. They are across the country. We don't even have anything like this. Our government and also certainly our hobbyists don't. So think about it. Not only do I have the information, but it's also common sense. We've got to get them down. We've got to determine how they function, what they do, make sure that we can get them, and you're right, in a safe way. And I say shoot them down, get them down any way that you can. But right now they're probably extracting information. This is a clear and present danger to the United States and to our president-elect, and it's a serious business.
Well, the one of them happens to fall, and their fuel. That explosion could kill people. I have to let you go, Congressman.
And their fuel, that explosion could kill people. The fuck do you think they're fueling them with? Uranium?
But I'm so grateful for your time today. I want to tell everybody I'll be in for Mark McCallum on the story at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can bet we'll lean in on this. Also, Senator John.
I think a lot of it's hype, faked videos, people putting their drone up in the air and flying it around so they can take a video, or their buddy takes a video and so he can go viral.
Okay, we just lost that feed, and that's okay. I'm gonna get this out of there anyway. There we go. That's just craziness. So let me see. Here's,
just keep losing the feeds.
So the president says he knows what he's talking about, but he claims he talked to very important people. So this just got much bigger, way bigger. Okay, I had a request to play this song tonight, and I'm happy to do it. The fact is, I haven't had a chance to do any of this on over on Facebook. I keep saying I'm not allowed to say that anymore, but I'm saying I want to. So we're gonna play this song. This is a song that I wrote about the American flag, and we played it.
Oh God!
I wrote the song after I got out of the Air Force. I was a lead vocalist for the United States Air Force Band, and I toured with the Air Force. And once I got out, I took my patriotism to
a one-hit wonder from 40 fucking years ago.
And performed musically all over the world.
And a stuntman. He's a stuntman, guys. He was a cop and did his own stunts.
And at some point, when I moved to Vegas, I had been doing this song live on my in my show, but I didn't have a recording of it. And one night, a gentleman came up to me. He said, "I really love that song you wrote about the flag." He goes, "Can I get a copy of that? I think I want to shop it, see if I can get you a record deal, maybe get you some attention because of that." And I told him, I said, "I'll be honest with you." I said, "I only had one copy of that, and I left it with my father. And my father was doing some work for the president of the telling my son said he'd welcome to use it." George H.W. Bush. My dad worked for a phone company. And while he became friendly with the Secret Service, and he gave them that tape, the only tape I had of the song. And my father was doing some work for the president of the United States when he was in Florida. My dad was installing the phones to the southern vacation home of George H.W. Bush. My dad worked for a phone company. And while he became friendly with the Secret Service, and he gave them that tape, the only tape I had.
So even, not only did Trump turn it down multiple times, but Bush turned it down?
Song. And he said, "Please give this to the president and tell my son said he's welcome to use it in his re-election campaign." Okay. Well, a few weeks later, my dad got a beautiful letter and a signed photograph from the president thanking him for my song and for my service. And he never used the song in his re-election campaign. But it is a song that I continue to sing for years. When this gentleman asked me for that recording, I told him that story. I'll tell you what, I have a recording studio. So why don't you come over? I'll pay for the studio time, and we'll record this song for you, and see what we can do with it. So we spent the next 2 weeks working on this song. We worked day and night. Of course, I was singing 5 nights a week in the casino, so I could come over and work on the musical part of it, the music part of it, adding new tracks and all that. So I needed one night where I could get my voice rested up and then come in and cut the final lead vocal. And so we did that, and we went in the studio around 9 o'clock at night, and we finished up the lead vocal track. The date that night was September 11th, 2001. It was 1 in the morning.
Oh my God. He actually recorded on September 11th.
The day the planes hit the Twin Towers was when we finished recording the song. And it's called Raise Up Old Glory. And
amazing. I'm a tearjerker right there.
And it's up. Let's let it start it all over again. Okay. There it goes.
And it stops.
We take the pole.
Oh no.
But abusing your glory.
Oh no.
Folks, I think we've lost the audio.
Such a special song. I don't believe he recorded on September 11th. I don't believe that. Bullshit. Prove it. Prove it.
And I'm not seeing anybody in the chat room, so nobody say anything, so I don't know if you guys have lost the audio or not, but I think you probably have.
That was it. That was it. Bert got it. I'm glad he's back. He's making big moves. Thank you for joining us tonight, Bert. Anyways, you guys drove Bert crazy. He thinks the U.S. Marshals are after him. All his friends are texting him saying the U.S. Marshals are getting ready to arrest him. But he knows the U.S. Marshals are very good at grammar. They don't make spelling errors, and they don't pronounce their words wrong in text format. Thank you guys for joining us. Support the show while we're offline, especially with the holidays coming up and while we're still recovering from the storm. Helene fucked us over. So thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for being here. Last week with the machine, I've been filling in some fucking holes that the river fucking tore up. So that's what I've been working on during the day. I need a phone mount that's like that has like a suction cup on it, so I can put it on the excavator and make some videos with it. But I haven't got one, so I need to go to Walmart or something. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It's snowing. The kids got out of school early, so hopefully it's not too bad outside. But we'll see. You guys have a good night. We'll see you on the next one. Love you. See you. Bye. Don't ever, ever, ever leave Bert alone. Okay?
Suspicion.
Camera's back now.